gondola benders. I got big baby benders. I got bad free to run the deuce. Oh.
You know, I never thought that I was out for 1 week and I got so many messages, people telling me that they missed Lacapantha. So one whole week without Lacapantha, and people really missed it. So hey, here we are, we're back. Thank you so much everyone for waiting patiently. We were looking for Fabio, and yes, we found him. As you can see, he's alive. I don't know what he was doing. The only thing I know, he was just kind of like cleaning his nose. So I don't know, but
It was
I
like
am Colombian.
It's like, I'm here. Let's go.
he's Colombian, so you can actually connect the dots and just figure out what happened. But but anyway, welcome to another episode of Between Collectors, episode 21. I think we are already. We're hitting
21.
the mark, man. 21. That's my age. Fabio, what's up, my friend? Welcome in.
Oh yeah, me too.
What's up, man? What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me as usual. Julio, nice hat. I love it.
And talk about Julio, BIGBREDA in the house. What's up, my friend?
Everything is fine. I'm just waiting here for 40 minutes. I'm happy as usual, as you can see. Let's go.
Yeah, he's very happy as usual. And of course, you know this guy. You know this guy. We have Mr. Mafia here. Anthony in the house. What's up, my friend?
What is up, everybody? Thank you for having me, of course, as well. And I don't know, man. Joel just doesn't have patience. That's all it is. We can wait another hour for Fabio. Come on, man.
Dude, Joel has.
What do we got? What time is it? Like 7 in the morning?
Zero patience.
You know what? Let me tell you. This is a fun fact. When I was in Norway, I was actually chatting. I usually chat with Fabio and everyone, but I was chatting, and Joao was the one answering because of the time difference. Fabio was sleeping, and actually I was talking to Joao. So it was fun because
you guys were like closer on the zone,
right? Because usually make fun of Joao going to sleep, and now I was making fun of Fabio going to sleep.
Yeah, if you know what's the feeling to wake up in the morning and you have 700 messages of these
700 messages.
I know. But you know what's the thing? Like over there, like around 10 p.m. Actually, around 10 p.m. was the sunset. So if you're outside, like walking and all that, you're gonna lose,
searching for cops.
Yeah, I got arrested too. That was fun. I wasn't, but no, it was good. It was good. A lot of work as always. But I miss you guys. I really miss you.
How much cod fish did you eat?
Huh?
How much cod fish did you eat every day?
I love fish. So I ate a lot of fish for sure. I can swim.
I wouldn't have came back.
Well, yeah. No, you have to come back. it's just kind of like you get used to your routine, your stuff. Like I was on my phone, and by the time, like for example, Aries was streaming, it was already like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I needed to wake up the next day early. So it was tough. But anyway, so I'm happy to be here, and this is how we start Between Collectors. All right, so now let me say hi to the people on the chat because you guys are awesome as always. Is Popsic in the house? Can't wait for this one, baby. He's a member of the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And yes, guys, please, if you didn't know, we have a Facebook group, Six Scale Media. So we need members. So it's free. You don't have to pay for it. So you can just join the group. Just to be clear, that's a little disclaimer over there. So yeah, we need more members. We need to hit 2,000 members, and we've been actually doing pretty good. We share a lot of information like news and trailers, pictures, and we talk about collecting in general. So, just make sure that you become a member and subscribe if you haven't yet. David in the house, hit it again. Duckinator in the house. Hey, how's it going, fellas? We have JC. What's up, everyone? Thor 2941. Greetings, all. Maniac Collects. Evening, all. How you doing? Universal Key in the house. How you doing? We have JC. We have Paul Morales. Hello, everybody. What I miss? Nothing. Well, you missed that Fabio was missing for 50 hours, but he's back. Paul Morales, Fabio late again? No, he's not late. He was just gonna put in some makeup before showing in camera. Oh my balls! Dante, Mami Wanda is here. 2022 is complete now. Oh yeah, and let me tell you guys, I watch Wanda. I mean, Multiverse of Madness.
I watched
and
one.
Wanda, and man, I think she killed it on the role. I think it was a really good
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
Without spoiling anything, Javier Aguilar in the house. Damn, is Fabio waiting for his 300 hot toys to arrive today? Let's get.
I wish.
Yeah, 299 actually. Jay-Z Red Reviews. What's up, my friend? What's up? Nice panel you got here. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, hashtag finding Fabio. Hashtag where's Fabio? Hashtag looking for Fabio. Hashtag where is Fabio?
Yo, that's like a trilogy of movies right there, bro.
Oh man, it's just
Where's
sack
Waldo?
Fabio.
Oh, yeah.
Suck Fabio.
Joe P. Diva's making everybody wait. Oh God, sorry, man. JC 10, 9. Jay-Z. We have Erwin Torres in the house. Hello, hello. P-Rock. P-Rock. How you doing, P-Rock? What's up, fellas?
P-Rock?
No, yeah, no start yet, but still wanted to say what's up. What's up, P-Rock? Paul Morales, Fast Figures, Darkinator. We have Community Arcade in the house. Hello, friends. How are you? CT second. No, CT 603. Worth the wait. Always worth the wait. A common flex member of the channel. What's up, family? How you doing? Seagulls are right in the house. Hello, collectors. Happy 45th anniversary, Star Wars 1977. Yes, 2002, episode 11. Yes. Today is the 45th anniversary of Star Wars. Damn. P-Rock, Darkinator, DT Arman in the house. We have what happened with my chat? Wait a second here. What's going on? Okay, gotcha. Okay, Ash Chase in the house. Six Hill Mafia, Mandalorian Huntress in the house. It's Nuki time.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Always.
Sigoson Rider, and let's start. It's Popsick with the 1 super chat. Let's start this off right with like a bantha. You know, I like this guy.
Like a bantha, 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 like a bantha.
Are you okay, man?
He's got,
Yeah, sinus.
he's got COVID.
Oh, you want to
Safety
practice
first.
social?
I
He wants
got
to practice social
bent to
distance.
COVID.
He doesn't want to spread the monkeypox, so he's being safe.
So what's the monkeypox? Then you're gonna be like walking. Like
Me.
Do it.
Wouldn't
We're
surprise
we're
me
gonna be-
nowadays.
You know, don't be surprised if you go to the zoo and you see two monkeys talking. Ape stronger together.
Mhm.
Have you ever
I will
saw?
be freaking scared.
What? You never saw Planet of Apes?
Oh hell yeah!
They can talk.
Again, yeah.
This guy is done.
Oh my, Luminara in the house. Ikwan, what's up, all? Tom Garone. Hot Toys give us some Obi-Wan Kenobi goodness this week. Dude, Obi-Wan show Friday, man. 2 hours, I think. 2 episodes, so I can wait, man. I can freaking wait. I've been watching those not trailers, but TV spots. Man,
Mm.
I just can't wait. Have you noticed that Uncle, Owen talks like older? Like he's like you trained his father. Like he kind of makes his voice sounds a bit older, right? Have you noticed that, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Yeah, I think maybe I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed.
Look
I
how
think-
he
I
when he
think
talks.
I think maybe they did that to make him sound like he's pissed. You know what I mean?
No,
Oh,
but
maybe.
the way he does his voice, he feels like older. Tomorrow is anniversary and my birthday. Mary Sullivan, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Fabio, can you change your camera to 480p? You are at 144p at this moment.
Hold on. No, it's 720. Now I'm 1080.
This guy,
Better?
Mohammed in the house. What's up, guys?
144p.
Big Dog in the house. I'm spending some time to talk to you guys because I haven't talked to you in a week, and I feel like a long time. It feels forever, man. I'm telling you, when you do this every week, like when you start like doing your live streams.
Do you want us to leave and you stay speaking with the people in the chat?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thanks, man. So when he got his mask. Yeah, everyone has to wear masks. Actually, Norway nobody wears masks. Believe it or not, even if you have a COVID, you can actually go to work, as long as you're not like super sick. So
Imagine that.
the world is evolving. Yeah, nobody wears masks now. If you wear a mask, you would look weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't wearing my mask like I'm like a really good citizen. I'm not like I saw everyone, nobody wearing a mask. I'm like, whatever. Take it out. David, 6 scale foursome. CT 603. Time to drop the General Kenobi. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday, Mary Sullivan. We have more worship. The classic Iron Man drop. Well, actually, it was officially not yet, but they've been distributed to the stores in
They are waiting for Sideshow
hell's
to have the unboxing ready.
I don't know what that is.
That's my neighbors.
The building
They got an
what,
elephant in there or what?
They are drilling.
Oh, okay.
No, actually,
It was
no
at a
mask.
zoo or some shit.
No.
Singles already says mask on the plane. Actually, no mask on the plane either. No mask on the plane. It's a 7.5 from New York to there.
No
And
mask on the plane?
No mask on the planes.
Whoa.
And that was the best thing ever, man. The only bad thing is I got some whiskey too because it's overnight flight, so I get a whiskey with some Coke, just mix it up, dude. I was snoring, man. I was like, my wife was like, "Wake up, wake up!" I'm like,
What a lightweight, unbelievable.
You
Dude.
not only
No.
That's
to make me
let
to
me
see.
speak. Not only you no, I will not say.
Well, no. You mean he'll drink and
I will not say.
he'll drink and pass out on a bus
No, it's
and wake
like
up in another city.
I
he
know.
ruins the
yeah,
We've
that
and
talked
ruins
about
the
this on my
whiskey.
channel.
Yeah, but that one was let me for the record. That was actually different. It was a party. This was just one little glass of whiskey. No, but it wasn't. I wasn't drunk. I was just kind of like I was tired. I didn't sleep. It was like and it's tough to sleep on the plane.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
unless to
true.
me, it's difficult. Especially when it's a long flight, you need to sleep somewhere. Coming back was like so long. I felt like 10 hours coming back. It wasn't, but it felt
Someone is
long. It
building
felt
a
long.
robot.
Pirok, someone is building a robot. Yeah,
You
I
are
think
not
that's
wrong.
what's good.
My neighbor is building a Godzilla here.
Oh shit. Valen Archer says living next to droids. Yeah, he's building droids over there. Eddie Rodriguez, there's a donkey next door. Daikas Fly, what up, panel? How's everyone? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for stopping by. Rick Galindo, when is Hatos going to drop more figures? Black and Gold, The Dark Knight, Batman, and both Harley Quinn that's only released since January. No, they've been dropping a lot of stuff. I'm very surprised that you see the picture that they dropped a few weeks ago, actually a month ago or so, with the backstage, with upcoming releases.
Summer releases.
They 90% done, and that's to me is a record. I mean, they never did
Star Wars all done.
What are they missing? Miles and what else?
They're missing Miles Morales,
Mark 5,
Mark
Mark
5.
5,
Taskmaster.
and the 2020 suit. The 2020 suit.
Yeah, but 2020 suit wasn't in that picture. Only Taskmaster was. Taskmaster.
Yeah, into the Spider-Verse. Miles was in the picture.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Miles and
you should
Yeah.
reset your connection. You are speaking and your voice is not moving.
All right, I'll be back. Hold on.
Oh no, he's gonna take 3 hours. Mohammed says they boarding up their house in case Joao turns into a monkey for the monkeypox. Yeah, probably that's what they're doing.
Monkeypox is where now? Is in US only? I don't know.
I don't know, man. We just get all the weird stuff here. 101 people watching. Hit the like button, guys.
We don't.
I'm saying hi to everyone in the chat because you guys are amazing. Ash Chase says so stuff going on. Yeah, Duckinator. That's not like a giraffe. CT603, congratulations. You now have monkeypox. Good luck. P-Rock, yes. Sigo says, what if Hato decides to shock us and announce the 20th anniversary of Grievous? Well, let me tell you something, my friend. They still owe us more announcements from the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. So,
and the days are running out.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking May.
Yeah. That's true. They need to do it this week, next week the latest, but before the end of the month, right?
It's not they need. It's not they need because the 20th anniversary go until the end of the year. For them, they can announce whenever they want.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Okay, so let me see what else. P-Rock, send me selfies. Think Bantha the boy. No, think Bantha the boy. Think blah, blah. Dante, did you find Thor on your trip? No, I didn't find. He was actually training for his movie. Seagulls Rider, Cable, and Taskmaster. I want to see Jelena. I kind of like. I mean, I haven't seen Black Widow, believe it or not, but I kind of like her character in the Hawkeye. David says, picked up Force Awakens Snowtrooper 2-pack this week for a swift deal. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, no, it is. You see, with the Force Awakens, I think what's his name? Finn is actually a good figure. I actually like Rey as well, but if for the new movies, if you ask me which ones are my favorite, I will say
you see now much better.
Yeah, much better. I will say Finn. I will say Rey from the last, the Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren, and probably Phasma. Even though the story of Phasma kind of sucked because they kill her right away, and the same thing with Snoke. I wanted to see more about that character, and I think they had room to make this much better movie. But whatever. OG fan in the house. We better get an announcement soon, like tonight. Yeah, man. Probably we're gonna get something. The Thor 2941 Mafia, good stream with Queen Studios. Good questions for most. No open bar next time. You end up loving 1/6 figures that haven't released. And talking about that,
I was gonna talk about that too.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely touch a bunch of topics today. All right, so let's start with thank you guys to everyone on the chat. You guys are amazing. I just wanted to dedicate some time to speak to you guys and read all your comments. So thank you.
Now that you see that there are people agreeing with me, you don't read the comments.
No, yeah, those we can't.
This guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, we can't do that, man. That's not part of the script.
Follow the script, bro.
Yeah, follow the script, man.
You don't see it on the teleprompter.
Single songwriter comments, BIGBREDA is correct. The entire year of 2022 is the 20th anniversary of the Attack of the Clones. And also a comment from Thick Benta Boy. I agree with João. All toys can wait till the end of the year to drop the rest.
All right, so let's talk about our
also a comment from Bob Dylan. João is completely right most of the time. Okay, you can go on.
This guy is unbelievable.
Wow. Let's talk about some stuff.
I feel my boy's in a sabotaging mood right now. I feel it deep inside my soul.
Who?
Who said that? Who said that? He's right. No, I only see here he's wrong. Don't put you out on the screen. He's lying.
Fabio is deleting the comments.
Blocking people. He's blocking people on purpose. Okay. All right. So let's talk about. Who we're gonna talk about. We need to talk about the mommy, la mamacita here. So we're gonna talk about. If I can put this here on the screen.
You have a super chat if you want to address the super chat before we start.
This guy, if you want to address the super chat, unbelievable.
I know, I don't see any super chat.
Yeah, I think he's in error.
Joe is completely right most of the time.
Wait,
that's the keyword.
Let me
Most of
screenshot
the
this.
time.
Wait, is that how you spell your name with the fancy Enye?
And
Yep.
yeah, well,
He is
he's
completely right. Bob is
Look at
completely right.
you.
That's the right way to write my name.
Look at you, fancy guy.
wow. Look at you. Oh, you're always special now. But thank you so much, Bob Dylan, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate the support. Mohammed says, can't wait for both Spider-Man Advanced Suit and Miles Morales to arrive from Hong Kong probably by next week. I just pre-ordered Moon Knight. Might add Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness to pre-order list after stream. Okay, so let's talk about Wanda here, Scarlet Witch rather. And first of all, I think she killed it in the movie. She did a fantastic job. And the fact that we start getting more stuff included with figures, interchangeable hairs now, they're giving us options and they're listening to us because we talk about options all the time. But I'm going to start with, my friend Anthony from the Mafia world here. First impression about this Scarlet Witch.
I think it's amazing, actually. I talked about it a little bit this morning, and I was kind of just blown away by it, but mostly because of JC Hong. Like anything that he does is like super. Everything's amazing. Any sculpts that he do are just awesome. Sculpts, the paints, like it looks like her, like super great. I was torn even because I was like, I don't know if I want to get this because I'm kind of pulling out of the whole MCU stuff. But then I saw it and I was like, oh, but I don't know. But it looks great. I'm a little worried price wise, but I love the fact that it has swap out hair. And the fact that her like tiara or whatever, her it kind of hides that, so it gives you it's pretty ingenious in that respect. Otherwise, I think it looks the base is dope. The base is like that's sick. The other stuff's kind of toyish, but that's okay. It's still kind of neat. I'm really interested into the base, and I don't know what's going on with the neck piece. I was talking about that earlier. It almost looked like in certain photos it's like kind of like a gel see-through. But I don't know if that was just the lighting. But no, man, she's phenomenal. If you're stoked for her, the concern is a little bit, $325 I think for the deluxe, and then $335 for Strange. If you just wanted those two from the movie, that's like $700 something. Kind of a lot.
That's up, yeah, no doubt. That's up. I think the figure looks really good. I mean, the hair sculpt, as you said, is fantastic. The fact that we can swap the hair is a plus. But I want to hear my friend Julio here. Julio, what's your thoughts about Scarlet Witch? She's beautiful, by the way. Just
No, it's really amazing, and I don't know if you all saw the movie without spoiling, but she does. I think her role in the movie is amazing, and the head sculpt is like they were saying in the comments, and it's true, is that this head sculpt was actually was not sculpted by JC Hong. He credited other artists from Hot Toys, and I think he helped with the paint or something like that.
He helped,
but
with
nevertheless, this is perfect. And did you notice that some people are considering canceling the pre-order for the Wanda one and keep only this one?
A lot of people already
saying
have
that this is the ultimate version of the Scarlet Witch. I think this one looks really good. This comes in two versions, right? You got the regular version. What's the difference?
The base and the base thing.
You get a lot of stuff with the deluxe.
I haven't saw the difference between the two, but yeah, looks really good.
I mean, I think the hair sculpt looks fantastic, man.
Looks really good.
Looks really good.
Really good. But you see what I'm saying right there? The neck piece. I can't tell if that's like some gel kind of semi-translucent or if that's my eyes playing tricks on me.
I can see what it looks a bit translucent. Yeah.
So I wasn't sure.
No, that's material. It looks like it would be see-through because of the lighting, but no, that's 100%.
But I can see them doing a different material because it can stain the neck. It can stain the neck, that piece.
It'll make a ring around the neck if it's
so maybe they do it in a different material.
There it looks like material. There it looks fine, like a little bit of plastic maybe. It's definitely not cloth.
Yeah, see that looks a little more solid.
Yeah.
But that's the same. I think it's the same material they use for the tiara, because the tiara will also touch her front, her head.
Maybe it looks similar. At least the tones of the colors right there.
Yeah, the color tone is. So I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
guess we
some
won't
kind
know
of
for a while.
a soft rubber or something like that
Go
will
back,
not stain the
Go back to zombie.
head and the neck.
That was my call.
Yeah, so now let's move on to me now. So it's good. Fabio.
But
All right.
why does
Okay.
the base looks like belongs to a Lego set?
No, these
Oh,
are
no
those are
way! Are you
candles.
crazy?
Dude.
Are you Lego? All right, please, somebody, please, hit him with the drill that they're using in his own house.
Nah, the base is what it's about right there.
Exactly.
in my
No, I'm not
opinion.
talking about these. I'm
Figure.
not talking about these bays. There's some small pieces in white, in like cream white color that doesn't belong to here.
There were the candles.
Oh, there are the candles.
They're
Yeah,
candles.
all around are the candles.
Let me see that. So that's a part of the base or not?
Correct.
Wait, didn't somebody just say you knew mostly everything, and it seems like you don't know shit right now? What's going on?
Whoa,
I haven't watched these photos. I
Fight,
already
fight,
said this is the
fight,
first time
fight.
I'm seeing these photos.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Julio. My
I
fault.
apologize.
After you see the photos, then
Oh
we'll.
man. Okay.
No,
I
these
already-
Yeah,
these
see?
are
I got
these
So
are
those
candles.
are the glyphs and the
Those
candles.
are
Those are
I can
candles.
see now the candles. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you noticed that Hot Toys is getting more ingenious with the accessories? They're giving us stuff like a weird,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's
right?
so many new, different types of accessories to different types of this base to me is the coolest thing. Even though it sucks because it takes up too much room, but
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
it's beautiful. Yeah. I'm concerned about the material. Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Again, probably if you're gonna be putting the display like this, right? You have to do some serious bending
Ooh,
here, right?
good
So
luck.
you might end up damaging, the suit looks like leather to me, but that's the problem, right? Like with Doctor Strange, for example, you can actually do it like that because it's fabric, so you have no issues whatsoever. But with this one,
I
I
think
would
it's the
be,
same kind of material as they use with Nebula.
yeah.
Yeah, see, like right there, that last photo. I was talking about that earlier myself. I thought maybe like I can't speak for the other Scarlet Witches, but I did have the new Avengers movie promo one, and her pants were they appear to look like leather, like that thin tight leather, like as a real life outfit. But the way the material was, she was very, you can bend her really, really good.
Mhm.
And like it wasn't cloth, right? But it wasn't like Spider-Man level where you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna get some bad creases here and it might be a problem. So they may have you know what I mean? They may have used something similar. It may look like it, but it may be very thin. I would hope. Otherwise, yeah, like you said, that's gonna be a problem.
That's definitely gonna be a problem.
Let Fabio speak now. Let's hear from you.
No, it's fine. So we can.
No, it's fine.
All right, Fabio, talk to us, my friend. A Scarlet Witch.
Well, go to my picture, the zombie. That's my
My picture.
Fabio,
You have your
Fabio has
Hot Toys
been
have
waiting.
you have your own picture.
Yeah, no, because you know how exciting it is. Like we were talking about it. I forget what stream we were on, and we were talking about how it's Hot Toys going to make the zombie. I was like, absolutely. There's no way they're going to miss out on not making that figure. That
Nope.
figure is beautiful, super popular in the movie. It was really, really a big part of the movie. The fact that it's a different type of Strange, it's a zombie Strange. The arms are amazing. They never made that scene. Well, the attachment arm for that scene from Infinity War. So I feel like this is their way of making up for that, because obviously, whoever got the third party piece to attach it to Doctor Strange with those, I think it's either 6 or 8 arms. This was their way of saying, you know what, we're going to give you guys this. Beautiful. Can't wait for it. Now, Scarlet Witch, again, in the movie, amazing. I was looking to see, because I know a lot of people aren't going to get both. So I was looking to see what the differences were going to be from the WandaVision and this one. I noticed that her lips are a little bit open in the WandaVision sculpt. I love how they're giving us multiple hair pieces. That's really cool. They don't have to give us that, especially for a woman. But the fact that we're getting that, very cool. I mean, the deluxe is $320, so it's worth it in my opinion. The base, the base is to me, that's what makes the figure, because even if she came with absolutely nothing, you could sit her down in the middle of that base with her legs crossed, and that's a whole scene right there. So that base is beautiful. The accessories are beautiful. Everything about her is perfect. I feel like the outfit is amazing, completely different than the one from WandaVision. So I'm very excited for this figure. She has the light up eyes, just like every other one. Very, very cool figure.
I want the zombie figure.
Absolutely.
That is all. That's the only figure I will buy from this movie.
Like a panther. Yes. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Like a panther. Like a panther. Like a panther. Like a panther.
It's all right. It was bound to happen.
It's about to happen, yeah. Oh, we have the Novi in the house here. What's up with the Novi? He said, Bob Dylan, no need to find some here. Is perfection. It shall be added to my collection. Yes. No, that one that looks really good. Not for nothing. I think Hato did a really good job with this prototype. Face looks amazing. Head sculpt looks amazing. The fact that we have this little I guess I don't know, like magic power, holding the book, kind of like similar to what we saw at the end of the of WandaVision. So I mean, I think the head sculpt is fantastic. I mean, we have the interchangeable hairstyle. That's a huge plus. We have the light of feature on the eyes. We have that sick base. If you ask me which one should I prefer, I would definitely say, what, go with the deluxe, man. You're gonna get a bunch of stuff. Yes, the price is a bit steep, but
What's the difference? The price difference?
so if you I will have to,
280 and 320.
Okay. 40.
so Comic Concepts has it right now for, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, yeah, that's always cheaper.
Okay, so let me just put this here on the screen. So he has Wanda. Oh, I don't know how one. Scarlet Witch for 309, 310,
310,
and
yeah.
the regular version is 275.
Yeah, so 280. Yeah, that's about right.
But
know?
it's completely worth it to give that extra $40 for that base alone. Is completely worth it.
Absolutely. Yep.
It is. I mean, because we're getting a bunch of stuff, so that's important, right? So yeah, I think we all agree that this is a good figure. I think it's perfection. I think she came out really nice. And now the question is, a lot of people are going to be canceling their previous Wanda, and I think that was the issue. And we have this conversation before. I think what Hato should have done is release that version of Wanda before
And
the
announce this
movie,
one.
before the movie was actually in the movies, right? Just because now people are going to say, wait, I don't have the second one yet. But yeah, also bear in mind that you're going to get the previous one sooner. So you're probably going to get that one this year, sometime this year, right?
I have
So-
I have a feeling that the WandaVision
I have
one
a feeling
is going to be
that
the most
tonight's
rare and
gonna
the most
be-
wanted one, because nobody's picking her up and canceling due to this new one. So I feel like that's going to be the harder one to get and the harder one to find. I mean, even though they're both females and they're both limited either way, I have a feeling that because of the new one being announced, I feel like the other one's going to be forgotten about, and then when people are going to go look for it, it's going to be gone, and they're not going to be able to find it for cheap at all, like it tends to happen with female characters.
Mhm. And they also tend to sell too.
No, they sell because they don't make as many. Absolutely.
Right. They don't make as many. But now we have another issue here, right? It is funny because before my trip, we were talking about the different Vulture figures that you know um, that the other third party companies did, like the Toys Era, for example, right? And now we have another one. So now we have the Hot Toys Vulture. They actually tease it. So let me see if I can put this on the screen. If I can. Let me see if I can put this on the screen.
Are we bored, Julio? With your
Hulu's like, is this guy taking forever on purpose?
this guy, unbelievable.
All right. So
It's
we
the
got
way he prepared us to.
so so officially first topic. The Vulture War began has the Vulture War began has. So we okay. So this is an old figure, right? An old character, but Jazz Inc. did one. Toys Era did another one. The other company, I remember the name, another
Eternal
Vulture.
Toys.
Who?
Eternal Toys.
Eternal Toys.
Mhm.
And then Hato says, you know what? Hold my beer. Let me show you how this is done. Again, this is a side picture and looks really good. But I mean, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start bottom up. I'm gonna start with Fabio on this one. So Fabio, I know you have the Jazz Inc. Scavenger, right? But man, is Hato is really paying attention? I think they are.
Well, I mean, remember that this was shown and teased years ago. So I feel like what's happening is, well, number one, I feel like it wasn't released because I feel like they were making it better, and I have a feeling that I'm not saying I'm right, but I have a feeling that the propellers are going to be electric, so battery power, and they're actually going to spin. So I think that that's what they were working on, for a while, trying to figure out how that was going to work and how to add that feature to the wings. Again, I may be wrong, but I think that's what Hot Toys is doing or was doing the entire time ever since they announced it. I don't think they just showed this out of competition with everybody else because again they did it first years ago. So I don't think it's about that. I feel like now the reason why Hot Toys released this or announced this is because to use the hype that the other two companies made, they just said, you know what, let's just piggyback off of this, and they're going to win anyway. You know what I mean? So they don't. That's why when people think, that Hot Toys is worried about competition and stuff, I don't think they are at all, because everybody knows that the moment a third-party figure, character, whatever is announced for pre-order, and then Hot Toys announces it after, everybody will cancel the third party for Hot Toys immediately. So that's why I don't think that they're ever, worried about, oh my God, they're going to take our limelight. Or I don't think so at all. I think, if anything, they work the market and work everybody else's announcements to their favor. That's what I think.
I was on mute. No, you made a good point. I was really on mute. No, you made a good point. 140 people watching. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to all my friend channels here. Subscribe to my channel too, please, if you want. But yeah. So this is the thing, right? So far we got 3 vultures, and all of them are, well, actually officially one, right? But all of them are third party, right? They're not licensed. That's a fact. Number one. Number two, it is funny. I don't know if this is more like timing, but remember, I recall seeing a post that Juice put on his Facebook saying that he's running low quantities of this.
He is. That is correct.
I'm not sure. And again, hunters watch all these shows. They want to see what we think about stuff. They want to hear our voice. They want to see what suggestions we have. Not that they might care. Sometimes they don't really care. But I mean, the fact is that every time that we say something, things start to happening. And because now there's more competition out there, now there's more third-party companies doing figures that Hato is disregard. They say, you know what, I'm not gonna waste my time doing this. But then they so there's a market for it. Then it's wait a second, I should get some piece of that cake. So let me do this, right? Clear to me, the clear example was Classic Loki. That was a figure that, to me, this is my personal opinion, I don't think it was really needed, but It was so freaking cool in the show that the people wanted it. And what did they do? Soso Toys did the announcement of that figure. And what they had to do right away, they did another, announcement. So they are paying attention. I don't know if this, most like, and Joe, I'm gonna go with you on this one. I think we had a conversation about this the other day, that it's not like necessarily the third party companies are doing this ahead of their game. It's like they already know that Hot Toys is gonna actually do this. That's why they do it first.
Well, I think if they knew Hot Toys is going to do it, they would not even touch it because they know it will affect their sales. So it's possible that they have some leaks, like maybe they know Hot Toys is planning to release this, and they probably launch something to release faster. But as you saw yesterday, I don't know if you saw, I'm sure Fabio saw. For example, a kit from 1/6 Kit is giving the option for you to cancel your order from Toys Era if you give up the order, because Hot Toys has released this one, right? So if you, before you pay the deposit for that one, you can cancel it. And I'm not sure if Toys Era at this moment will go on with this, because it depends how many pre-orders they will have.
Right.
You know, it's a very risky figure to go with third party, because this is not a common figure. This you have a lot of engineering going on here,
And not
you
only that, the size as well. You know,
and the size. Remember that this is not cheap for a third party company.
Right.
And Hot Toys showed this, I think, in 2018. They have the real prototype. You could see it, and afterwards was Jazz Inc. that did this. What I heard from Toys Era is that they got the old of the Jazz Inc. piece. They bought one. They dismantle everything. They check which way they could do their own version, a cheaper version, and that's the way they decide to go on with it. Hot Toys now teases again. Just a reminder: this is our IP. We have the license. We are going to release it. I think everyone will wait for Hot Toys, and I'm not seeing people getting the third-party ones at this moment, except for the Jazz Inc. one, because it's a beautiful piece, it's well engineered and so on. But as Fabio also told us, it's a figure that you cannot move. Basically, you just stand there. We will see what with the one from Hot Toys what can offer more than the Jazz Inc. one. I'm sure they will offer the blaster, maybe a head sculpt, the kitten head sculpt. So. It's very interesting, this battling between third parties and Hot Toys. It's so easy. How can Hot Toys can shut them down and put them? I don't know how we're going to be with the classic Loki. I think is going to be released in 2 months or so. It's the I don't know how So Toys will go on with that sales. If many people still hold the pre-orders or wait for the Hot Toys one, is the fact that you can get these figures much earlier. As you can see with Hawk, Green Goblin, Toys Era released them much earlier. But you can see them now in stock everywhere. In the reissue from Toys Era, now no one wants them because they will wait for Hot Toys.
Correct.
You are muted.
Of course I am. No, what I said is that of course they're gonna wait for. I mean, people are gonna wait for Hot Toys. You want to get stuff licensed, right? I mean, everyone wants to see the license piece, and of course we know the quality is gonna be there. We know Hot Toys is gonna deliver on this, right?
But this is the way to kill third parties. I tell you, is the best way.
Yeah, and this is the thing. There's always a market for anything, and that's the conversation we all always have. I mean, there's always a market for anything. I don't know why they by Hot Toys they don't release more figures or announce more figures, knowing that a lot of people are gonna buy them. I mean, you don't have to do thousands of copies. I mean, just make a limited run for some figures that are gonna be come and go.
I was gonna say one thing that I disagree with is that what Joel said was that people rather have stuff licensed. I don't think that's the case. I think people go to Hot Toys not for licensing, but for quality. So, if you have a company that will give you, Hot Toys quality, that's a third party company, you better believe nobody will go to Hot Toys because you get the quality from a third party. The reason why people are quickly, to cancel their third party is because they know that the quality and everything else will be, whether it's, you know, quality, accessories, you know, tailoring, everything is going to be better in the Hot Toys figure. So I don't think it has to do with licensing at all. Because
not only license, quality too.
No, right. But I'm saying specifically, I know what you meant, but I'm saying specifically licensing. I don't think anybody says, I want my stuff to be licensed. Yeah, I'm assuming there may be some people, absolutely. But the majority, I think, is just, you know, they want the Hot Toys quality. That's it.
Yeah, and before I go with Anthony, 145 people watching. Smash the like button, guys. Let's make it to 100. Come on, let's make it to 100. This is what I think about this, right? So we have two different third-party companies doing this same figure. I mean, three. I'm gonna put Just Ink in that belt, even though he's licensed with Warner Brothers, but for this particular cartridge, he's not. We cannot deny the quality, right? He did an amazing job on that one. Now, there's some limitations to that particular figure based on my conversation with Fabio. He owns the figure. I don't, so I cannot speak about having it, right? There's limitations. I mean, you cannot remove the controls, for example. It comes with only one pair of hands. That's it. No head sculpt. The wings are nice. Nice sculpted, nicely painted and all that, but that's it.
And
right?
you can't really bend the joints because everything is locked up, so you can't really move the figure.
You can bend the joints, right? But you need to be careful because you don't want to break the extra tool or whatever.
So that's why I don't even bother with it, because I know if you do it too much, that thing will snap and there goes the figure.
Right.
So that's why I don't even bother with it. Yep.
Right. So, but I think by the third party is doing this in a more budget friendly manner, right? People are gonna say, okay, now I have other options. Now it's not only the $700 option. Now I have like 100 something or 300 something option, and based on your needs, based on what you think is better, you will make the move, right? But Anthony, I want to hear your thoughts about this Vulture. I think very pleased to see this tease. I mean, not officially announced yet, but I think we're gonna get there very soon.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was coming. Fabio and I were talking about that. It was like guaranteed. Like, you just know. I was already suspecting that they were going to do it like a while ago just because of Jazz Inc. But wasn't too much of a threat, I think, at the point, right? But then, and it's funny that you all mentioned that, because I mentioned that to other people and people thought I was crazy, and I was like, no. They bought it, they reverse engineered it, they tried to figure out how to make it cheaper. It's exactly what they did. The third party guys. So now, Hot Toys is like, okay, all right, this is too much. This is too much shit. I need to just they need to flex. And they just pulled it out of the, their graveyard like they did the DeLorean. And, you notice when you put it out, when they made their Facebook post, they said, soon to be unveiled, right? So that's a sign. And they mentioned that, with an updated, those are like keywords that a lot of people glossed over. I was even looking on the post, and people were like, this thing's not coming. I'm like, did you read what they just said? Like, it's coming.
Somebody actually said, I hope it's not another tease.
I know, it's like, they just said, the soon to be unveiled Vulture, with updated, whatever's like, so, they dusted it off. They're putting it out. They're asserting their dominance. I basically agree with Fabio on all points in that respect, that they're not worried. They're just flexing. That's all it is. And people were complaining, well, that's lazy. These other companies did market research and realized that there's a demand for this, and then Hot Toys swoops in. I'm like, yeah.
How is that lazy?
Yeah, but you see,
That's
okay,
smart.
you see, this is the thing, right? Okay, so before you release any figure, right, you need to do some type of market research to see what's hot or what's not, right?
Yeah, you know what they do? They let the other people do it, and then they check out YouTube.
No, of course,
That's
of
it.
course. But the thing is like, if you want to be dominant in one market, I mean, just pretty much, I mean, Vulture is a very popular character in Spider-Man,
Sure, certainly.
So you don't, it's not like you're releasing like some like really like C character just to put it in labels, right? Like no one knows about it, and then just release it and make it like a huge
Right.
party about it, right? Nobody's like, who is this guy? But if you're gonna do Vulture, you're gonna do the Green Goblin, Doc Ock. I mean, those are really well-known characters. So you don't need to even do a market research. You already know for a fact that those guys are gonna sell no matter what.
Well, they screwed themselves. Not Hot Toys, these third-party companies, because that was the other counterpoint. I was like, because people are like, oh, why are they putting it out now? And I'm like, dude, it's still a perfect time. They just dropped 3 villains in the Spider-Man franchise.
Isn't that amazing? We were complaining because we had no
Yeah.
really little villains. Now we're getting more and more, and this is because they're listening. So why not? I mean, the villains are the main. They're the main part of the movie. I mean, you have to have a good guy and a bad guy in every single movie.
But they're listening because the movies are doing freaking great. That's why they're listening. If the movies are trash, we would not be getting anything at all, you know? So that's
$2 billion box office. We're getting 10 figures. You know, it's just, and even though the Vulture's not part of that, it's still part of the franchise, and it's still riding that hype right now of the villains and Spider-Man.
It goes to show how far Hot Toys is willing to go to release a figure, which is awesome. So anything that they ever teased years ago is fair game.
It's coming
at any moment.
Yeah.
And they let Jazz Inc. profit for a good time. So
yeah,
he got his money worth for the work he did.
They did. And do you think
they earned that though? I feel like Jazz Inc. earned that because that's it.
Of course, because
it's a beautiful
he did
piece.
Everything.
Yeah, nobody's questioning. I don't think we're questioning the quality of that. I mean, we can all agree that that's a really good quality piece, and that's. I mean, I have the freaking cockpit behind me, you know. Even though I have my comments about it, I mean, if you see the review, but overall, I'm very happy with it. But you know, the thing is that when we have third-party companies coming and other companies doing characters that Hot Toys is not doing, and Hot Toys is seeing that there's a market for it, now they're waking up and say, you know what, I should have done this a long time ago. I mean, why waiting? That's my point, right? Why waiting until this company does this? Why not just doing it? Now, again, I can understand if it's like a C character that really is only like a super little market. Okay, that one you can probably wait, right? But some more characters like that we've seen so far.
Yeah, but don't forget that this Vulture it's not for everyone. Not everyone has space to have this Vulture in their collection.
Sure.
Agreed.
Fabio knows the wingspan of Vulture is the same as the Batmobile, the 89.
I had to fold so mine's in the corner, right? So the wings spread out way too long, so I had to fold mine inwards like this to be able to like not have them like nowhere. Yeah, so it's there.
Is it the same length or no of the Batmobile? If you have it completely open.
It's about that. Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, it's 4 feet wingspan.
Yeah.
For Yosts. Yeah. It's just it's crazy timing, and it's kind of funny because, and I feel bad for some people, but that's why like I only have like the So Toys Dark Spider.
Right.
Just because I was collecting a lot of Spider-Mans and was like, okay, but third party, again, with what Fabio was saying, the cost or the licensing, not many people care about, but you've come to expect the quality of Hot Toys. So as soon as Hot Toys drops it, it's like you're screwed. Like I would never choose a third party over a Hot Toy figure.
Of course, I mean, it all depends, right? Because Soso Toys, in my opinion, Soso Toys Gambit is fantastic. I think the figure is really good. But let me address this comment by Nanobi, and I think he made a good point. Credit given to Hot Toys first because the prototype was reverse engineered to unleash the web of fakes. I agree with that. Same with the cockpit. Don't forget about that. The cockpit was Hot Toys who did it first, and then and then Use and other people started reverse engineering, getting some the plans and then trying to make it happen, right? You know, we cannot deny that Hot Toys has the power to do all this stuff in a more detail, in a bigger capacity, right? They're a big company. They can do it, right? Compared to Jazz Inc., which is a small shop, right? They do it themselves. And because there are fans like us, they're like collectors too. So they do these things, right?
And don't forget what happened with the DeLorean. The DeLorean didn't... Jazz Inc. was getting the license for the DeLorean.
Right.
Yep, and then boom, dusted off the 2018 Comic-Con,
right.
like speaking of Denobi, he was there, he and it's the same one he recorded, at the con.
So,
and same with this Vulture.
But he gave up on doing, or they didn't give the license to him. I didn't understand that part.
He was in negotiations, to my knowledge, for the Universal properties of Back to the Future. And I think there's a it's similar to what happened with Fox and Universal with the Marvel stuff before the MCU. I feel like if it's on the timed delay, and if you don't produce anything after X amount of years or X amount of months with that property, then it gets relinquished. It's almost like renewing a DNS or something. They have to refresh, and Hot Toys wasn't doing shit with it. So, and then they're like, you know what? No, we are going to do it. So that renews our contract.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. But
no,
wait
a second. We're not angry, man. We're not angry at all. We're not.
But we are not angry. But why?
Only Joao is. He's always
I'm
angry.
not angry.
Oh yeah.
I'm not angry.
I'm having
I'm
fun
just
here.
questioning is that if Jazink was smart enough, or maybe he didn't want to go on with a license because he thought it was risky having Hot Toys competing. Of course, it's risky. Why is Queen Studios even thinking about it?
Why is Queen gets the license though? Queen can get the license, so and Queen has the confidence because I feel like they have the expertise and the manpower and the money, right? Like Hot Toys, as you know, we just mentioned.
I don't think Queen Studios have the same power as Hot Toys, honestly.
Yeah,
they may not be that same level, but they have a higher reputation. I would say
Queen Studios right
Jazz
now is similar.
But it's a bit bold to go on vehicles 1/6 scale. It's not easy. Figures, it's one thing, but vehicles, they are going.
Agreed. I agree with you, but I don't feel that they're scared about it. I feel like they have.
I'm sure they are not.
Right?
I'm sure they are not.
Like
scared.
they're confident that they're going to do it.
No,
with Queen dealing with vehicles.
No, I mean they already are. You know, they already are known for statues and the good quality stuff. I mean,
yeah, that's
what
I was meaning.
They can definitely deliver. Like, there's no question about it, right? They can deliver for sure. But now, don't forget that this is the first time for them doing a 1/6 scale figure. No 1/6 scale statue, 1/6 scale figure, fully articulated. So, you know, of course, we trusting because you know they are reputable. They are a good company. They've done statues, really good quality. But one thing is doing the statues, one pose. Another thing is doing a 1/6 scale figure. Because if you F it up, and let me tell you, the 1/6 scale community is the toughest. It is going to be destroyed if something is bad, right? It's going to be trashed everywhere.
The toughest, you know. But when you want to listen to the community and you say, okay, we listen to everyone. Why? Every time everyone is telling them, everyone is making videos. Doc Smizzle make a video, Collecting Weekly make a video talking about the stuff, the Gandalf stuff that is completely wrong. They cannot show you the stuff lightening up in the prototype video because that's the wrong one. Mm-hmm. And they keep saying that the licensor said it's the right one, but everyone knows it's the wrong one. Why it's so difficult to admit, okay, it's the wrong one, we give you extra stuff. That will cost you $10 to make extra stuff.
And we had a big discussion on my when I had John on Sunday night about that. Yeah, and it was just so he's aware as far as I know now. Right, I was like, look, I told him, I was like, look at the chat. We got 10 minutes of like borderline spam about the staff. So, and then I talked to him after the fact too, and I said, you know, it's a concern, and that he was going to report back to the team about everything about this stream, and he was going to show him the stream, and I was like, you got to listen because, and I said it live with him. I was like, it is you haven't put anything out yet, so. You and I know they know that, but they're nervous about it clearly because I was like. What happens with this Joker is going to make or break you. Right. It's just going to happen. The 6 scale community is kind of toxic.
And not only that, but how
it's not toxic.
How they
it's sunshine and rainbows.
How they deal with any damages, any replacements, any of that is what's really gonna. Because the moment they try to avoid you or ignore you, forget it. They're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
So that's another thing they got to worry about. But my question was. If, you know, obviously you guys see what Hot Toys is doing right now and, you know, going backwards and releasing, you know, figures and vehicles, you know, nonstop all of a sudden. What would you guys do if they announced the Falcon cockpit with the new Bespin Han? Would you guys get the cockpit or would you just...
dude, you know they're going to do it. I was thinking that, Fabio, right? We were talking. I was like, they could do anything now.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking because if Bespin is, you know, supposed to be next for whatever reason, let's just assume he's coming next at some point. What if they give us that? What if they give us the cockpit with, you know, with Han? I think that's a possibility big time.
You know what? It's a good point. And not only that, if you notice the pattern, and again, discussions that we have been having a long time ago, Remember we were talking about vehicles. Okay, Hatos is not doing enough vehicles. Now they start giving us a bunch of them. Now, what about quarter scales? They just give us limited quarter scales. Now they're reissuing quarter scales and giving more quarter scales. So what does that mean? They're definitely listening. They see that there's a market for it. And they see, wait, if people are willing to spend this kind of money for a cockpit, why not do it ourselves? Maybe at cheaper price. Maybe no like $1,200, $1,300, but maybe, I don't know, 850, 950, or whatever. You know, a
Hotcakes,
bit
bro.
cheaper. I mean,
Just making it
and
rain.
the quality is gonna be absolutely there. So they're gonna make sure that that everything, light up features are gonna be perfect. Sound is gonna be really good. So because again, they're mass producing something. So I want to address the super chat. Aaron Logan says, "Bantha for happiness."
Acapenta, acapenta, acapenta. Find other panthers, make baby panthers. You're free to roam the dune sea. Go.
This guy. Oh man.
Thank you.
Picking his nose live. Unbelievable.
Thank
was
you,
making these.
Aaron.
Stranger things have happened.
Right?
Hey, Ron.
Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for the 4.99 super chat.
Aaron.
The answer
Where
for
is
happiness.
Aaron? I love it.
Right? D-Nice. What is D-Nice?
Yeah, it's getting so good.
Yeah.
Balake.
Balake. Yeah.
Blake.
Where's Balake at?
Loved it.
Where's Balake at? Oh man, when I
Oh,
saw that,
yeah.
I was cracking up. So that's one thing. The other thing is that Hatos is definitely watching. They're definitely listening, and don't be surprised, like Fabio mentioned, that we're probably gonna get the cockpit at one point. The Starfighter. Don't disregard that one either. Maybe it can happen as well. With all this Star Wars stuff going on,
Exactly. I was
dude,
just
they might do like a freaking 2-pack with the Starfighter and Anakin. And limited edition. Who knows? I mean, don't disregard anything at this point.
right.
I think they moving slowly, but they're doing it. And the more we get these companies like Queen Studio, perhaps some rumor says J&D doing into 1/6 scale, some third party companies, Sosa Toys, keep doing figures that Hot Toys is not doing. I think Hot Toys is gonna counter back with the say, okay, you know what, mine is a better version. Mine is licensed, and that matters a lot. Of course, quality matters as well, but I think a lot of people that buys these type of figures, they want to have something licensed. You want to see something that says the real name, not like
There is something there. There's that authenticity.
exactly.
I mean, there is, not everybody cares, like Fabio said, not everybody, but the general masses, the normies, the casuals, if they go into a store and they see it, it's okay. They back it. It's similar to some expectations that they're even having with Jazz Inc. Some people weren't very satisfied on certain things, and it's licensed. So, but it's just, given the circumstances, you got to understand the operations. But, just mentally in our brain, we're like, wait a minute, it's licensed. You automatically assume since it's licensed, it's going to have this standard, right? If all four of us bought a DeLorean from Hot Toys, we're going to have the same exact DeLorean. There's a level of quality control there.
Right.
It's
right.
funny. It's funny you say that because, so for example, what has Jazz Inc. made that's licensed so far? Was the BVS licensed? The BVS Mobile was licensed, right?
I don't think it was at first, and then they got into talks, and now he released the 12th scale version of it, and that is like branded. It's got all the logos. That's fully licensed.
I don't remember. So now I'm picturing the box of mine, and I'm pretty sure it was by that point. Maybe not. But my point is, even if, for example, I were to buy something from Jazz Inc., licensed from Jazz Inc., for some reason, knowing that it's coming from Jazz Inc. and it's licensed, I still see it as a third-party item. Doesn't matter what it is. Even though it's licensed, I still see it as a third party because of where it's coming from. You know what I mean? Like, they're not a mass production company, so therefore I'm not going to expect what I would expect from a licensed item from a mass production company. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
like a Hasbro, Mattel type place. So
Hot Toys even. They crank them out. Yeah, that's why we're like,
correct. So
okay.
that's when I think, even that's why I personally don't care about licensing or not, because you could get a really good product from a third party just as you can from a licensed thing. So license to me is not a big deal at all.
Of course, it is not if the quality is there, right? Now remember that company, Joao, maybe you can refresh my memory, that did the Terminator, the new Terminator. Present Toys, right? They did the Terminator. Don't be surprised if Hot Toys decides to do a special anniversary edition or an announcement or something, right? And another super chat for CJC 360 109. Thank you so much for the super chat. Please, Hot Toys, please make Joker 66. They can do that. They can so I can see Hot Toys going into the route of reissuing those figures and maybe doing 2.0s. So they don't let those third-party companies to address this. And one example I can give you right now is, thank you, SJ, for the super chat. Another example that I can give you is the Present Toys Indiana Jones or Jonesy. Dude, I'm gonna put the review very soon. Stay tuned for that, guys. I was very happy with it. Very impressed. To not say the least. For a third-party company and license, I think they did a really good job with the head sculpt, and that's difficult sometimes, right? And even with the accessories, I was kind of pleasantly surprised that they included this amount of accessories for a third-party figure. And normally they do. Normally they drop a bunch of stuff. So, what does that mean? To Fabio's point, yes, quality matters, not necessarily the license. If you have a really good figure, no matter what brand it is, no matter if it has a license or not, you're gonna have it.
The only problem I see with that indie from Present Toys, and it's not a problem, is that they recast the sculpt from an Italian guy, Rocco. If they did their own sculpts, I think it would be much better. But they just recast the sculpt made by others.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fake. Like, that's at the end of the day, they're all just counterfeit. I mean, that's what they're called. I mean, like, and I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, like, when we call it third party, we're really calling them counterfeit, right? Because they're knockoffs. And there's some great ones.
Not always. I will not call a counterfeit or a copy if it's a figure that other company didn't make before.
Right, but in that case, like if they take a sculpt or like
in
that Present Toys, Anakin,
right,
things like that, there's some good stuff out there. But I mean, at the end of the day, you also notice, and I don't know if it's because they are third party, unlicensed and this and that, they never get the likeness of any figure quite right. And I don't know if that's because they're deliberately doing that right there. They tell themselves, okay, don't go higher than 70% of likeness of an actor, right? Because if it's so uncanny and so good, the world we live in nowadays with instant communication, they're just going to get slammed, right? Because if it was that great, that phenomenal, 100%, Hot Toys level higher, whatever, or at least on par, I think people would start coming down on them.
And don't be surprised if again, just going back to the third-party topic, I mean, don't be surprised if some third-party companies join forces and try to get some type of licensing, just to be another competitor, like serious competitor, right? But Ash Chase with the $7.99 super chat, thank you so much. Says Joao needs a plush toy panther that sings like a panther.
That would be amazing.
Like a panther. Yes. Go. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Stop.
Stop.
Go. Stop.
Stop.
Like a panther. Like a panther. Like a panther. Like a panther.
Go.
Unbelievable. Always on
That's
his
hilarious.
phone, watching speed runs all day, every day. Unbelievable.
I know.
What are you
I'm
rolling?
playing Star Wars.
One thing I noticed, Joao, your collection is growing, man.
Nope. It's not
I
growing.
see more figures on
going
your
down.
shelf.
is going down from this play is going more in the boxes.
It's going down. It's going from the top shelf to the bottom shelf, so you can see them more now.
The collector says, anyone get their Transport Trooper Sasha yet?
Yes, I got mine.
Oh, look.
That's not Sideshow. He just closed that box.
He just, wait. He just,
This guy. Unbelievable. Then he's going to call Sideshow. My box is broken. Please help. Unbelievable.
This is not from Sideshow. This is directly from Secret Base.
This is directly from T-Dubs. Unbelievable trader.
What? I got some
I never
stories
bought
about
from them. I never bought from them. Once I contact them because I wanted the figure from them, they say they don't ship to China. So okay.
Hey, Rodriguez says, my soul dies every time that plays.
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
But what you guys missing, man? I get messages. So people telling me, yo, I miss Like a Panther. Even though we're going to different streams and trying to play Like a Panther, they didn't have it.
No. This is exclusive to Manaha Collectibles channel.
I can tell you, 3 years in time, 3 years in time, everyone will say, "Wow, I missed that double pack because we always sing like a band and we are joking about Boba Fett, and now the double pack is worth $1,000."
I know. That double pack is gonna be money, serious money, man. I'm telling you right now. I can predict that. I actually predicted from the very beginning. People are gonna sleep on it.
I thought it was. I was totally in agreement. And then the show came out.
It doesn't matter, man.
If he can change, I know it's probably gonna go up, but it's gonna take a while.
Okay, did you see? Okay, let me. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, let's do this very simple thing. Besides the animated series, Boba Fett animated series, right back in the late 70s or 80s per se.
Yep.
Right. How did Boba Fett die? Who killed him? In the original trilogies.
Oh, he got knocked over, man.
An accident. It was like the stupidest thing ever.
It was stupid.
Right?
But
and still people liked it. What is more? I mean, I think. I mean, do you think that's more stupid than this?
Like a Panther. Like a Panther.
Not even close. Not even
So
close.
people are gonna definitely buy this one, man. This is more stupid. So people are definitely gonna say, you know what? I want to do that. I want to buy a Bantha and I want to put it on the freaking spitter bike and do like this. Go, stop. Go, stop.
In the case that the figure is amazing.
The figure is amazing.
I will give you that. The 2-pack is amazing. I'm never getting rid of mine. It has some sentimental value to me. For many, many reasons, but it's, they got to change them up. But you're right. Maybe in a few years, I think it would climb. Will it get Han Chewie level? I don't know. Right? Because that's more classic and timeless.
It's not about, I don't think it's about that. Obviously, those Han and Chewie are iconic. They're completely different, characters than Boba Fett. But because of the fact that it's that double pack that you're probably never going to see again, I think that's what's going to make it.
No, but
hold on. Give me 1 second, Joe, before you go.
Don't play that again.
1 second. No. we got. This is what we got. We got 69 likes. 69. Come on, can we get to 100? We have 150 people watching. Come on, man. Grab your finger and like. Go.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, so I think that's why. What were you saying, Julio?
I was saying that the two.
Right.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, you can.
The 2-pack that and Chewie go up in price, like you were saying, but it has a lot to do with the sentimental value.
Sure, right, because it's timeless.
I mean that I'm not sure if this Boba will have the same effect, let's say 10 years in time, when the teenagers that watch the book of Boba, that watch the book of Boba in 10 years in time, they will say, oh, that the Boba Fett that we saw before, I want that figure or something like that, will have any sentimental value. It's difficult to predict because in today's world, you are offered with so many stuff, TV shows, movies, almost every month. There's almost any sentimental value to anything today.
No, it's all just consumption now.
And I
Right.
think it's funny you bring that up because one thing I was thinking about was the reason why a lot of people didn't enjoy Book of Boba as much as they thought they would.
It's because of that.
Well, it's because I feel like that they were trying to just capture a new audience, a younger audience. So they know that the hardcore fans, if you like Boba, you already like Boba, so it doesn't matter. So you're gonna go tune in because you already like Boba. What they were trying to do with the storyline is just give like a background, give Boba a background for people to understand who he is, like a background story for him. Which is why they included these Power Rangers that didn't even belong there, and again to give it that cool that new look with the different colors, and then again for the new generation. So I feel like that's why there was a lot of disappointment with the show, because they weren't targeting the OG people, they were targeting new people. So whatever happened with the story, it was just meant for them. They gave the OG fans a few things here and there, but I feel like the whole show was just for the new generation.
Yeah, that's true. And also the Thor 2941 says in 10 years people will be receiving their pre-ordered 2-pack from Sideshow. Yeah, probably by then it's gonna be like dust. But you know what? If we talk about numbers, exclusively numbers, and I know Aries will be the best person to talk about this, but pretty much every 2-pack that they've done sold really good. I mean, I can name Rocket and Groot. I can name Tarkin and Vader's, Han and Chewie, the old Force Awakens Han and Chewie.
But there is a 2-pack with Ray and the Ray and who? Ray.
Ray and
didn't sold well, at
BB-8.
least here.
Ray BB-8
No,
and Ray.
technically it does. I mean, 2-pack we consider. I mean, the BB-8 is more like an accessory. To me, if we're talking about, let's say, for example, if it's Ray and Kylo Ren, for example, that's a 2-pack.
And you have the other one,
Yeah,
the
but
other
what
2-pack.
if it-
Team with the Trooper didn't sell well 2 years.
I still feel like it's a 2-pack, because what if it was?
I was gonna say, go ahead.
What if it's Luke and R2?
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. Exactly.
Now does your song change?
Exactly.
Because you like OG.
Yep. That's exactly. Yeah, because R2 is a whole figure by himself. So why isn't BB-8 the same? It's the same exact droid, just 2 balls instead of just 1 piece.
Hold on, balls.
Right.
Balls.
And I'm not
No,
saying
well,
that. I'm not
this
saying
is-
that as a knock, but just
No,
I
absolutely.
think we look sometimes with different lenses, because we're like, oh, dude, OG's the shit, and then we're like, oh, the sequels suck. No, that's not a 2-pack. What?
Okay, so then in
But-
that case, Ray and Dio is a 2-pack as well.
I would think.
That's definitely not a 2-pack. I mean, that's an accessory.
Yeah, that's a 2-pack.
Like, okay, for example,
That's
what
a 2-pack.
about
Ray and Dio, I could agree with you on
okay,
that.
what about the homemade
was just
Spider?
big.
Listen
Yeah,
to
it's-
this. homemade suit Spider-Man and the drone. Is that a 2-pack?
No, that
Wait,
drone
hold
is just
on,
an
say it again,
accessory.
say it again?
The homemade Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
homemade suit Spider-Man, and the drone and the drone.
Well,
The
it's
Not a
Mysterio
2-pack.
drone, the big
That's
one.
an accessory.
Yeah, the drone's not a
Yeah,
figure.
but that accessory is bigger than freaking.
Yeah, but don't forget though,
BB-8.
they did make standalone droids with the smaller droids attached to the back of the base. So that's considered, I guess, an accessory, but not a figure.
Yeah, and I would say that they're not like named either.
And
right? They're
the
just
drones don't walk.
tools.
And don't talk.
R2D2 is a different character. I agree. The R2D2 is a. I mean, you cannot compare R2D2 with freaking
Captain
BB-8.
Marvel and the Goose.
That's a 2-pack too.
No, I just feel like there has to be a certain. I mean, what do we base this off? Like height restrictions, or are we prejudiced against droids? I mean, are we on Tatooine?
I see
In-
it. I see it as
Depending on the character, I think.
I think depending on the character and
if you
depending
put
on the
BB-8
size
is
of the
considered a character.
It
A
is- I
drone
know
is
it's a
not considered a character.
It is a character, but you cannot compare BB-8 with R2D2. I mean,
We are not
No,
comparing. We are not
yeah.
comparing. We are saying it's a 2-pack.
with R2D2, you can actually do like wonders with that figure. I mean, you can
BB-8
get
can go.
R2D2
BB-8
just
can
roll.
It's like,
And
you know,
rolls.
you know, or
I hate
you know,
the
Captain
sequels. I'm
Marvel
just
and Goose.
trying to look at it as a, you know,
It is no, it is a valid point. If you see it with that set of eyes, right? My vision of Tupac is basically two main characters,
Like
right?
two actual body,
Or
like human
two actual
bodies.
figures. If it's like for example, Finn with the trooper, right? There's two figures technically, so it's a Tupac, right? Um, I don't know how. I don't think that one is going by far as same as Captain as Han Solo and Chewie. But if you see all the Tupacs that we got so far, like that was probably the one. And if you want to put Ray and BB-8, there could be two. But again, those are the sequels, right? But what about Han and Chewie? They did good for the sequels.
Oh yeah, and I see what you're saying. If it's more prominent, it's just how do we gauge that? Is that just solely based off opinion, right? Because somebody may be like, "Hey, that's a 2-pack," because I love that movie, and then we're like, "That's not a 2-pack because we don't like that."
Even Sideshow.
Because we don't like it. No, I don't
Sideshow in that.
No, I don't think it has to do with liking it. I think there's got to be a defined line of, this is a 2-pack and this is not. And again, BB-8 to me, if we get an R2 and we get a BB-8, to me that's a figure. A Dio, even though he's a character, it's not
so tiny.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a 2-pack.
It's not considered.
Okay, well, look, I've got Leia and Wicket right here. Is that a 2-pack?
Absolutely.
That's a 2-pack because again, this is the reason why it's a 2-pack. Again, is because of the character.
Same thing.
I think
Droid is a 2-pack.
But wait a minute. What if I really like BB-8?
No, it's fine. It's actually absolutely fine. What I'm saying is that I think
I don't.
Again, this is my personal opinion. I think anything that is related to legacy characters or something like the OTs, right? You will see with a different set of eyes than the new ones, I think.
Well, that was my point, right? Because we're looking at it through that lens
of nostalgia,
timeless
right?
Classic, right?
If you see, but again, the Hot Toys mainly does 2-packs with two actual figures. I mean, rarely including droids or anything like that. We haven't seen a Luke. We haven't seen a Luke and R2D2 2-pack or anything like that. But I want to give a shout out to La Cueva del Griton Troy in the house. He said 2-pack Gordon and Robin. Yes, that's a 2-pack. The Batman Returns, right? The 3-pack Batman with Alfred. Yes, that's another one. Tarkin and Vader. That's another one. You see, those are really good 3-packs. That one we're gonna get a new one with the black suit Superman. We're gonna get a new one with with the Nightmare. Those two together. The DX07, right, with the two Luke Skywalkers. Technically it's one same character, but it's a 2-pack because there's two figures. Boba Fett, obviously we spoke about it. So I think those are gonna be more priced better than if you put a figure on a droid. I think just because nothing against droids, but if you put, for example, like Ray and Dio, technically Dio's a character too, right? But it's more like an accessory. And I still see BB-8 as an accessory. I don't see it as a character. This is just me personally. Eddie Rodriguez with $2 super chat. He says, "I need more Chewbacca." Yeah, we didn't get many Chewbaccas, right? We got A New Hope, and then we got the other one, right?
The Force Awakens. The
Force
puppy.
Awakens, the puppy. That was the worst.
Yeah.
To me, it was the worst. Even
you
though
can
I saw
pretty
people,
it up. You can, yeah, but
you
it's
can't.
still
But you
not
need to
Chewie.
take the mouth, and you need to make some tweaks here and there. So,
yeah.
Dux Mizzle says, Tupac again because Wicked had a separate release on his own. Yeah, that's true. But also Wicked is a character, right? It's like, they got a movie for they got their own movie. You remember that back in the 80s?
The two, the Battle for Endor and the other one, the Ewok movies. Yeah,
yeah. So they had movies. So
I used to love those when I was like 5.
Oh, yeah,
not so much now. But
I know. And they had the Blurks in one of those movies too.
Did they?
Yeah, they had.
That's how long ago.
Okay,
I don't
now
remember.
there's a question. The blur with Mando, is that a 2-pack?
No, because it's just a creature. It's just like a horse.
Oh, that's right. The Blurg. Yes.
Right.
Blur.
So
Yeah,
I don't know if
Peter, it's a single pack as well.
Yeah, it's not like a proper noun, right? It's not a named character. If the Blurg had a name and an identity, then I mean, I guess it's a fun kind of topic to discuss because we don't really have a Hot Toys never did anything like that, right? And if the prices, the problem is the prices don't necessarily reflect that either, right? Because Leia and Wicket was $420, I think, when I bought her. Whatever she was retail, I think she was like $420.
Yep. That's
So you're right. So you're like, oh, I just and remember at that time, the average price for a figure was like 200 ish. You know what I mean? Low 200. So then you're feeling like, damn, I just dropped another $200 for an Ewok.
for half a
Like-
figure.
Now, let
Yeah,
me
like-
have a figure. Let me ask you this question, guys. I was just thinking while you guys were talking. So talking about prices, right? So the Gandalf figure from Inart is about $435, I think, in the 1/6 kit. Fabio, correct me if I'm wrong.
They could keep it. I don't even know the price.
It's just somewhere.
Well, it is
five-ish.
$550. Put it $550 without, I don't know the shipping, depending on where you got it from.
I think it is like
Let's
$550.
do $550 just for the sake of argument, right? $550 for one figure, right? So you see the price. Of course, rooted hair is gonna be more pricey because there's more detail. You pay in quality, yada yada yada. We know the drill. But now, if Hot Toys decides to do more 2-packs, do you think it's a good strategy, business strategy, in terms of people actually getting it? Like, let me explain. For example, we talk about Han and Chewie. We spoke about, Vader and Tarkin, like Troy mentioned it. We're talking about other 2-packs in the past. Some of them, most of them sold well, some of them not, right? Now, do you think in the future we might see more 2-packs, more two really like known characters? Let's say, for example, I don't know, like Luke and R2D2, for example, right? I'm gonna start with Fabio on this one.
Are we getting more double packs? Absolutely. Do I know what they are? Absolutely not. But
Regardless of the price, because keep in mind,
Are
we
you
talk about
referring-
2-packs. I'm talking about having a 2-pack, but also associated with the price, because
But
the price
I
tag
didn't
is
know
gonna
if you
be.
meant in art or Hot Toys or both.
Oh no,
No,
in general. Well, I'm talking about for Hot Toys. I was just
Oh,
gonna
okay.
give in the example of Inart, because they put $550 for one figure. Now, if we get two figures, would you be willing to pay maybe $560, $585, for example, maybe a bit more depending on the characters?
Okay, just wasn't sure. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fabio.
well, no. So are we getting double packs? 100%. Do I know what they are? No, but every time, at least not every time. A lot of the times that Hot Toys makes a double pack, I feel like they're very popular sales for them. Going back to to me that's the big one, because it was such a big deal. The Chewbacca, Han Solo 2-pack. That to me is the one that stands out the most, because I feel like that was like the one big deal 2-pack that everybody was looking for, everybody wanted. Even though you could get them separately as well, because I remember you could get them separately, but I feel like having the deluxe with the headset and all that stuff, I feel like that's what people wanted, to be able to for people who got the Falcon cockpit, to be able to display them seated and stuff like that. But Hot Toys will always adjust the price when it comes to a double pack. I never felt ripped off when getting a double pack at all, because you could kind of figure out, all right, if one costs this and you're getting both for this, is usually a little bit less than if you were to get two separate figures, maybe $10-$20, but it's still cheaper than getting two single figures separately. So, but yeah, I to them, for them is a big time sale, because they're very popular, the double packs.
What do you think, Joao?
I think the double packs are always a hit for Hot Toys, and until now, they don't launch too many. But I remember before, all the 2-packs sold out and are quite expensive in price now. And I can just give you examples that we said the Chewie and the RoboCop with Murphy. That 2-pack was amazing, an amazing 2-pack, and sold pretty well. You got and they are smart, because everyone was waiting for the reissue of the Nightmare Batman, right? And what they did, we will give you a 2-pack. If you want it, you take Superman together as well.
You get 2 for 1.
Yeah, you get 2 for 1. I mean, it's a bit pricey. I know some people will already say they will set apart with one of them. They will keep only the Nightmare Batman and then sell the other one. But I think the 2-pack, they always hold the value pretty well, and most of the times the releases, the 2-pack releases are always very good. You see the last one that we got, the 2-pack Boba, is everyone agrees that is an amazing 2-pack. Even is the same figure, but you got an excellent head sculpt. You got the armored Boba that looks amazing, right? So I think Hot Toys always can capitalize very well in 2-packs, and going forward, I think they will continue with this. It's a smart strategy for them. But I see that, as I remember, there are not so many Marvel 2-packs.
No.
I don't.
This is rare that you see.
Rocket 2-pack.
Rocket and Groot.
I am Groot.
The T'Chari soldiers that have been up there for 10 years on Sideshow.
Yeah, those, and there was also the Star Wars double pack.
It's just Marvel. Like, I don't,
talking about Marvel. Marvel seems they never went with 2-packs.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, didn't they do Captain America, Winter Soldier?
Yeah, the Captain America 2-pack.
They did the Captain America 2-pack. Is the
like it was Steve Rogers and civilian clothes.
Hulk Banner.
From Captain America 2.
Yeah,
so a couple, but not much.
Yeah, they never went much in 2-packs with them.
Marvel and Goose. Well, I think because of the price, depending on the character, like Clone Trooper said, 2-packs of named characters don't make business sense because Hot Toys could make more money by selling them individually. What do you think, Anthony?
It's true.
I think that Clone Trooper is I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason I'll say that is because as a business, I feel like you don't want to just imagine being a restaurant. All right, that's always the analogy I like to use. Hot Toys isn't in the game of just serving breakfast, right? So why just have a restaurant that only serves breakfast, right? So having a 2-pack is kind of like serving lunch or a different style meal, because people will buy single packs, people will buy double packs. Giving people the options is granting you more variety of customers. Some people may not want a 2-pack and they just want a single, or maybe they do want 2-packs. Like, hey, that's a great opportunity. Some people don't have the money. They're like, well, I'll take a Trooper. I can swing that, but I can't buy a 2-pack, so they could potentially lose that customer right there. So it's
they
good
did
to
a
have...
trooper pack. Remember back in the for the OTs?
Yeah, and that came with the mouse droid. Yeah, which is neat. I mean, but I also, it's not like it used to be either though. Like with what Fabio's mentioning, where there were a time where 2-pack was kind of felt like a bang for a buck. Not so much the case now, right? Because we got DX07, Bespin Luke was $300. And at the time, figures were 180, 190, 200. So
yeah, but
you're
we're
like,
talking
wow,
about almost 10 years ago too.
Right, but now look, now we got a Boba 2-pack. It's $500 or whatever. Right. It's not really the value anymore. It's not like, whereas with Luke, you could be like, wow, I kind of saved $100 in a way.
Well, inflation, tariffs and all those, the cost of shipping has increased. So there's a lot of factors that they need to take into account, when the price. But it's getting out of control. It does.
Yeah, well, no, I agree. I think it is. It is getting out of control, and we have to. Well, first of all, the main answer to that is yes. They're clearly going to do more 2-packs because Boba Fett's pretty goddamn new, and it's a 2-pack. So I don't, what I'm saying? I don't see them slowing down on 2-packs. If opportunity presents itself, you know what I'm saying? Then they're gonna make a 2-pack because they're great. They're kind of neat. They're special. One of a kind. Usually, they get like Fabio mentioned. With Han and Chewie. The deluxe is cool. You get the I forgot the gun. Like kind of one of those like E-Web. The heavy guns. I forget what it was. Forgive me. Things like that. So they sometimes will do exclusive pieces with it, but then it's like, is it cost effective? Because I don't even know when we're talking about that. Like, when is it too expensive? Because it was kind of valuable then. Like, oh, cool, I'm getting a deal. Now we're just getting it more for the I don't even want to say exclusivity because it's not numbered, but I mean like it's kind of a special thing, right? It's a 2-pack,
Right.
you know. It's kind of an event in the collecting world in Hot Toys. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say, but I still think they're gonna continue making them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I do agree. And I want to say thank you to SJC360 for the $4 super chat. I appreciate it. My friend. Inner Sculpt Joker is about 320. Are you expecting other sculpt figures, maybe Neil's, Soup's, Bats, be in that range? Probably that's gonna be their set price. I don't know why, they came up a bit pricey. That's not a secret. They did. But again, they innovating in certain pieces, right? Bases, some dioramas are metallic, like the one with the Joker, which I can wait. The Gandalf figure as well looks really good in terms of outfit, detail, tailoring, and all that. So they give you quality. So when you pay those type of prices, you know that you're paying for the quality and also the head sculpt, right? Because that's what it makes the figure. If you have a terrible head sculpt, no matter how beautiful the outfit is, it's meaningless, right? But if you have a really good head sculpt and then you complement it with really good solid accessories, obviously the figure is going to appreciate more in value, right? But I think that's going to be the tone with the prices with InArt in that range, right? But talking about InArt, so they did show they haven't done any official announcement yet, but they did show a picture of the new movie, the Batman figure, right? They did a what should I call it? They show a picture of it, right? They show a picture of it. So now let me show you this because this is related of what we're talking about. They made an update of this. They give us a better, an additional hairpiece, and they also added the batarang in the chest. That now you can actually remove it. So
Diecast too now.
Diecast. So that's, look at that, right? But I want to go back to this. This is good. This is exactly what we will always talk about it when they release something. And if you feel that you should make some updates and communicate to people, they should do it, as they're doing it. Maybe they're not the best in communicating with collectors, like probably a Queen Studio like John, like he goes to different channels and talks about figures and all that. But I think this is a good way for Hot Toys to talk, kind of saying, okay guys, this is my figure that I did originally, this is my updates, this is for you guys, boom. I'm very happy with this, man. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna go with Joao, to start with Joao. So we have now a better Batman.
You're muted, Joel.
This guy, unbelievable. Wake up, please.
A better Batman. Update on those accessories, and I don't see where InArt can go better with their Batman, because what you are getting with the Hot Toys, with the super deluxe version, because they have so many, the super deluxe version, what you're getting for that price, it's actually amazing, let me tell you. And
he was gonna say quite good, but he stopped himself. But go ahead.
Sorry?
You were gonna say quite good, but you stopped yourself. So go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see InArt playing the rooted air card here, because I'm sure they are going with the rooted option.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, there's still a big market. There's still a lot of collectors that they don't want rooted. There's still a lot of collectors that they want sculpted air. They don't want to mess up with the air. They don't want to touch the air. They want to have their figure with the sculpted head sculpt that looks good. And I think Hot Toys on this did pretty well. And I think the updates are good. I think that batarang in the chest, they changed to diecast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But didn't they in Art one? They also said that was a removable piece? Was in art
Yeah,
that said first? I
I
don't
think
remember
so.
the
I
timeline.
think so. But that's my point. They're listening. They're watching. Is I mean, they're
Yeah.
not scared. Absolutely not. But they can actually do better. Like
Well, because they
this is
figured,
what competition do. They
This is
make
a
you
direct
to
result of competition.
exactly is
Exactly.
and
Complete.
who's getting the benefit of this? Us, the collectors,
Yes,
because we're
of
the
course.
ones buying this. So now you have options, and this is what we always talk about options, right? You don't want to just have hot toys and that's it. You want to have other companies,
Mm.
and over the years we'll be getting other companies, and in art, or in art with studios is a more serious one in terms of attacking the 1/6 scale world market, but in a licensed manner. Now the license. So go ahead, continue with your
But
point.
you already see what you get with this figure. You get a lot. You get the die-cast accessories. You get the rolling eyes. You got the two. This is interchangeable air, right? The sculpt
Yeah,
is the same.
yeah.
yeah.
Interchangeable air hair. You got a lot in this figure, really. I think our toys is doing really good with this update is very welcome, and I think this is for customers that were waiting for the in-art pre-order opening, and I said, I it's like, guys, don't think any further, go with us. You already know the quality that you will get. We updated that sculpt, give you the die cast better rank that you can remove. You don't need to wait, just pre-order with us. It's They are making a point here, and they want to get their pre-orders on their side.
And one thing though, it's this was announced how many weeks ago already. I can guarantee that this figure specifically was under the bestsellers for a while. Okay,
Mm.
so that means that a lot of people pre-order this figure specifically from Sideshow, right? Because we don't know who ordered from anywhere else. So I'm speaking Sideshow only. So at that price that they sold the figure, everybody pre-ordered. Everybody was already happy with what they were getting. So
Mhm.
so Hot Toys didn't have to go out of the way to give us anything extra at all by any means. Is it cool? Super cool, because when I pre-ordered my stuff, I was happy with what I was getting, right? So the fact that they're adding more stuff after the fact, after pre-orders are in, makes Hot Toys look amazing as a company, that they're willing to go back to the drawing board after the item is already, put up for pre-order. That's a huge deal, and that's a huge plus for us. Number two, I wanted to talk about that super chat about prices within art. Anthony had, I don't know if you remember, Anthony, somebody on your show during the whole John conversation was asking him about if I just don't remember who it was. They were asking him about if InArt was gonna make packages like deluxe, like DXs and stuff like that, and they
Mhm.
said pretty much no, that they're gonna make the figure, every figure, the best figure that they could possibly make. So number one, it's impossible for them to give us any DX deluxe anything at that price point. That's number one. Number two, nothing against, John. John seems like a nice guy. He does what he has to do for the company. But if you guys are looking for an explanation or a justification, because, by asking them about things like that, are you going to give us more stuff? You guys aren't even really focusing on the base price of what you're getting to begin with. You're already asking for more expensive stuff. How do you think that looks? How do you think? Let me rephrase that. How do you think that makes us look, asking to spend more money from a company that didn't even release a single product yet?
True.
That looks horrible. It looks horrible. It looks like you're desperate to spend money with them, and they're gonna happily take your money. So
Yeah, but you okay? So just to counter what you said, I mean, it's a good point, but also I mean, we spoke about this before. If it's a brand new company that no one knows, 100% understand you. 100% understand your point, because no one knows the company like coming that aggressive with the price and everything. But Queen Studio is already known, yeah, of course, not known in 1/6 scale, but known in statues and 1/4 scales and all that. So
yeah, but that
people
makes
feel
sense.
more confident to trust a company that already has some portfolio rather than just coming and putting all in their money to a company that
There's
just started. So that's why that's my argument that I have all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
but this is where like I rebuttal that. So for example, let's say BMW, right? BMW, everyone knows BMW for cars. Oh, the best cars, best quality, best engine, best, safety features, best everything. So let's say BMW gets into motorcycles. Obviously, they are already involved in motorcycles, really, really good motorcycles at that. But let's just say they're not involved in motorcycles, right? Just because they make a car, right, doesn't mean that they're going to be great at motorcycles, right? It just doesn't mean that at all. It's still automotive, but it's not the same thing at all. So I get what you're saying with the whole, they're great at statues, but so because they're great at that means we're automatically assume, well, we're not going to say how great are they. We can't say that. We have to say there's no way they're going to be horrible with the fact that they're already well known for their statues. That's how I would see it. Not calling them great, but not calling them, let's just hope they're not a complete failure. But again, going back, the whole point of this conversation, that I'm bringing up is, the price, the price point of what they're selling. Again, it comes off like we're desperately waiting to spend all this money with them, again, without a single product being shown, without a single product in hand. And again, they will take your money all day, every day. So the more you guys keep asking, you got to get more expensive stuff, they'll come up with ideas to charge you more for stuff. Absolutely. So, just take a little break. Just, give them, let them work. Let them go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
I know people already, dropping money, $550 for the Gandalf, for the Jokers, all that stuff. Cool. It's your money. Do what you want. But let them work. Let them put in the work before you guys start, or we start, just throwing money at them like they're like the world's gonna end. That's my point.
no, and it's a very good point as well, because you're making your argument, right? But also the way the way I see I see this is like, if you use your same example with BMW, right? If they do amazing cars and they say, "Oh, we're gonna do motorcycles," what is the first thing that comes to your head? Oh shit, it must be good, because if they do really awesome cars, the motorcycles must be really good as well. So you most likely you will be leaning towards, okay, let me get the motorcycle, right? Without even seeing a motorcycle, but you cannot have the idea, oh shit, if Acura does Hot Toys, for example, just to throw something like, figures, oh shoot, they do really good cars, but now they're gonna do toys. I can understand
that's where the buzz comes from.
But this is the thing, like, because Queen Studio is known for this type of for statues and the quality that they put together, what quarter scale, 1/6 scale statues and all that they want to now address the 1/6 scale, and also to give it some benefit to or some credit to them, is that when they announced the Joker, John went to different shows and talk about it. Whether people agree or not with what he said or not, that's a different story. I'm talking about the presence. And if you marketing your stuff right, meaning you go into the channels, no matter how big you are, small, big, medium, whatever, just to talk about it, that helps a lot. Like, that makes us, you know what? Oh shit, they're coming here. They just kind of like with the people, right? Like, they're listening to us. Now, to Fabio's point, if the Joker comes trash, that's it. I mean, it's gonna be hard to recover for them, because they're gonna say, "Wait a minute, I
They
spent
can't.
$750, $800 for the Joker, and now when I see the final product is totally off from the pro," then they're gonna get criticized 100%. I mean, this is what we do here. 1/6 scale community, we criticize everything. If the hair is like this, if the nose is like that, if the teeth is crooked, if the eye is looking one way, if the hair is not, we're gonna criticize everything, And if a company like Queen Studios goes to the 1/6 and they screw it up the very first product, I think that's game over right there. I think they're gonna get really like trash.
Well, I think they know
Especially
that,
for the
right?
price. If it's cheaper, it doesn't matter. Say, whatever, it's only 150. I don't care. people care, but what I'm saying in general is 150 compared to $900. I mean, obviously, right? You measure your risk. Which one I'm losing more, right? That's the only way I would have seen. Like maybe if they do a screwed up, still people will be buying stuff. You know,
I think the problem is that both you and Fabio have valid points from two different perspectives. You know, because on one hand, you know, to Dante's argument is that InArts would not be getting the attention that they're getting right now the past couple of months if they were not Queen Studios, regardless of the situation. If it was some upcoming company, there might be a little bit of news blip on it. Hey, look, this company's going to start something up. Well, we don't know anything about them, right? But so let's see, you know, oh shit, their stuff's really expensive, right? What the hell? But then when you know that it's Queen, and, you know, love them or hate them, whatever, it's all subjective, but you know they make good shit. So even though they don't make anything 6 scale at the time, right, they still have a presence. People know who they are. So that's why it kind of was a big deal. We're like, holy shit, these guys make some impressive stuff, and now they're coming down to 6 scale. So then you have the point on Fabio's side where it's like, well, whoa, and I'm in the same boat. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen anything yet. But and I don't mean this in a condescending way, that I'm a little more reserved than I think a lot of people are. I'm like, to you know, Fabio's point, it's like, let them work. They're not stupid. This is a couple years in the making. They've invested millions of dollars into this, whether it's license acquisitions, you know, hiring artists, a whole design team, you know, production scheduling, manufacturing. There's a lot of shit to go into a business. So they're not coming in to fail. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, let them do their thing, and let's see what happens when it's here, and then we can really judge.
And that's a good point, because I'm going to give you an example of exactly that. If you think about Toys R Us, for example, you know, we didn't know anything about Toys R Us until their first figure was released, announced, shipped, and we got it. That's how we learned about Toys R Us. Not because they were another company, you know, just starting to, you know what I mean? And what happened?
Right.
Over time, Toys R Us started giving us better figures. Look at their highest, you know, at least in my opinion, what I know so far, or at least at this point, is their what the hell is that figure? Their Cable. Their Cable was a complete hit, aftermarket success, you know, over $500, you know, after it sold out. That's when you know the company's okay, you know, they made a name for themselves. And that's why they're still alive right now, because you know, they put in the work, they showed us what they were able to do, and we bought, and we're still buying. That's why they're still, you know, up there with, you know, we're comparing now Toys R Us to Jazz Inc., you know, specifically the Vulture, you know, so that's what I mean. Let the company do what they have to do. I've said this before. We created the hype for InArt Queen Studios, you know, just because of, oh my God, something different, which is okay. We want different companies to be involved in a 1/6 scale game. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just we are the ones doing the work for them. You know what I mean? Like, without getting anything, at least Hot Toys announces something, you know, we share immediately whatever pictures, whatever page, whatever anything they showed us, boom, because we know the company already for years. You know, InArt shows a post, a friggin' what's that called? A silhouette of something, and everybody's losing their mind. It doesn't even make sense, you know. So that's why, like, the disconnect. I feel like there's a huge disconnect with the company, you know, with not with the company, with us and that company specifically, because I feel like, again, we're expecting so much out of them without having a single thing in hand, and I don't think that's logical to think that way.
No, but it kind of counters with what you're saying though too, is that because people are excited because they want something different. So even when they see a silhouette or something, they are still being excited by that prospect that another company.
There's nothing wrong with being excited. The problem is the excessiveness of the hype is my point. You can be
I agree. No, I do agree with that. You know, and again, I'm not defending any. You know, I'm just kind of talking. You know how I see it, right? I can be 100% wrong for sure. Like, that's why when they announced the Joker, for example, they were pricing the root here for like what, almost $900. And I wanted to get a Joker figure, and I was thinking, you know what, I cannot justify paying extra $300 for this, so I dropped the rooted hair, and I got the one in the middle, the one with the extra. I want to see me first of all, that's gonna be my collection, right? But I wanted to try and see. So it's my own risk. So if you're gonna spend that kind of money, no matter what company it is, it's at your own risk, regardless of the hype. Because if you're spending $800 in something, is your risk if something goes wrong.
Yeah,
don't cry after.
You're right. I dropped $1,000 on a Joker.
Yeah,
and
that's another thing. And that's my point.
So when you get it, and if it's trash, then you need to man up and own it. Say, I pay for this. If it's trash, it's trash.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get hold of John. Let me like, yo, what's up, dude?
No, but this is the thing. We're adults collecting. We're not collecting like a $5 toy. We're collecting like hundreds, $1,000, maybe $3,000 some cases stuff. So you need to man up and say, you know what? If I'm gonna put $800 for a Joker figure, if it comes wrong, it's on me, because I'm trusting, like Fabio said, you're trusting the company without having anything. Right. You're pretty much trusting because they have other products. It's a known company. It's not like a Toys era when they started. Nobody knew Toys era.
That's the only reason I dropped $1,000.
But that's the big difference.
It's not the only reason, though. It's not the only reason. I'm going to tell you what the other reason was. The reason why you spent $1,000 wasn't because of, oh my God, I'm excited. Oh my God, a new company. Oh my God, no. The reason why you're spending $1,000 is because they were very smart in the way of picking their first character, who happened to be the Joker, who happens to be one of the most popular characters in history. So they were very smart with that approach of giving us that first figure being that specific figure. So they weren't that, and that's my point with when it comes to the money. They will give you things to make you spend money, period. As you can see.
Every company do that.
So that's my whole point. If you keep asking a company, and I feel like because, nobody has talked to Hot Toys, as far as I know. Nobody has had Hot Toys on a panel. So everybody's had John on a panel by now. So we're really close to this company. It seems like we're face to face with this company, for once, for this specific company at least. And if we're talking to the guy who's supposed to represent this company and we're telling him, oh, do you think you're gonna give him more expensive stuff? Because I think I would be willing to pay you for more expensive. What kind of? They'll give you more expensive stuff. Like that doesn't even make sense to be talking about.
I'll say, to be fair, that was a bit of a follow up to my question. When he was on, I think it was Carlos, and I think why he asked that was because the question that I asked was, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker has a limited edition 01 next to it, and I wanted to know what that means. Is that exclusive? Is that numbered?
Right.
And the way he explained it was it's very limited due to the licensing and these restrictions, and that it's going to be like $750 or something.
Right. And that's another thing. And that's another
thing.
Let me just finish that real quick. And then if for example they're giving us these prices, just off the bat, like that expensive off the bat, they should be numbered. 100% should be numbered.
That's why I said, I was like, it needs to be numbered if you're going to give me a limited. If it's LE, you need to stamp that foot, bro.
Correct. And that's I feel like if they did that, then whatever they charge, it'll be worth it, because now we have a limited piece. Yeah. But if they're going to charge us $500, $600, $400 per figure for God knows how many pieces, why?
Yeah, but so I wanted to say something real quick. So for Gandalf is $550, so it's one figure, and I agree, it's a bit stiff, right? It's pricey, but also when you have a quality in terms of head sculpt, right, in the amount of detail that they've shown with the rooted hair, rooted beard, and all that, obviously the price is gonna increase, right? Again, just because of that. But now,
can I speak now?
Yeah, real quick. Let me make
I'm waiting for 10 minutes.
I know. So for the Joker is like Good for Health said, it's 2 figures for $1,000. So I got 2 figures for $750, I think it is, because I got the sculpted here, not rooted here. So it's still 2 figures. But go ahead, Julio. Thank you for your. We agree. So now let's move on to the next one. Go talk.
Yeah, and if I could just interject really. No, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
No, go ahead. No, I'm teasing. Go ahead.
Well, it's like this. I've been listening to all of you, and you are all correct. But
it's like you're all correct.
You said Queen Studios have a name, have a high quality, and so on. But in fact, that's not 100% the case. Because I know, in fact, that some statues they did were not as they promised. And recently, they have a problem with a quarter scale Joker that they charge double price for the artist edition rooted hair that was painted by artist, and the people now are receiving the sculpted version, and they are comparing and they are saying this is the same paint. The face sculpt, the paint is almost the same. What's the difference for the artist edition and rooted edition? And everyone is saying, is the lighting is there? And then because Queen Studios have an army of people that defend them, you know, and they go to say no, this is like this, and then comments are deleted, and I pay for the sculpted one, and I will receive it in a few weeks. And I have a neighbor that have the rooted one, and I will bring them together, and I won't see because the people are getting pissed. Why I spend double the price
Double right for that.
hair
Yeah.
if the paint in the face is the same? First, second, here in my back I have the Bozo mask, the bank robber that they shipped to me before, a horrible one. They replace for free to customers in China. I made a video about this. So many people message me, hey, I bought this from here, I didn't got a replacement. Hey, I got the overseas customer, because this is only licensed in China, they don't get the replacements for free. And this is all the problem, is that when Queen Studios doesn't have a license outside of China, how can the stores help you out if some problem happen? This need to be addressed. You need to go to a store that you trust, because the store need to have contact directly with Queen Studios and then can get the replacement for you. I know, for example, Shugo Toys in Australia, they got the replacement masks for the customers. But there are other companies that they don't know about this replacement because they don't contact with Queen Studios directly. They bought maybe from a distributor or from other wholesaler. So we always need to be sure that when we buy it from a store, that contact directly with them, and then you can have excellent customer service.
That is also
They
very
did-
true.
That's a
And
good
I tell
point.
you,
That's a
I
good
bet
point.
a lot on
Continue.
Queen Studios. I have on pre-order with them Batwoman with a Batpod, the Joker quarter scale, the Joker, the police officer statue, and the Joker double pack rooted. Because I believe they will deliver good products. But if they don't, I'm sure everyone will be pissed about this. But I believe in them. I believe the quality is there.
You knowing, you experiencing what you just said you experienced yourself with this, for example, with the mask and the Joker looking exactly the same and all that stuff. You knowing all this, how can you expect? Because you just said I know the Joker's going to be great. How can you say that? Like, what is it about knowing that they already messed up plenty with the statues and the mask? What makes you think that it'll be a great product anyway?
I tell you why. Because there's one thing that they have that I appreciate a lot in them, is that if any mistake is made, they will correct it and they will send a new one to you. You understand?
They support their product.
Is a very good thing in Queen Studios, is that they always support the product. They acknowledge a mistake that is done, and they will replace it for you free of charge. You understand?
Great.
This is a good thing that they have, and that's why I believe in them, because a company that want to grow, it's always with a good customer service, and they are trying. They are acknowledging mistakes they did.
Yes, but you said something. It's a key word here. You are there in China, and that's your market, right? They're gonna replace you now. What about people who bought overseas, like people like me, for example, that I bought from a different company to get the Joker? If something goes wrong,
if you ask John, he will tell you the same. He will tell you they are only licensed to sell in China. John cannot tell you that he will replace anything to you because they don't have license to sell overseas.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you got, and this is my point that I touched before. Like, if we're gonna spend that kind of money, it's our own risk. So if something goes wrong, don't just come cry, oh, they screwed me. Of course, you're gonna say, the quality was bad, whatever. You're gonna criticize as they should. But in terms of you not getting your money back, or you not getting the replacement, because again, probably a lot of people bought it from a third party seller, right? Not necessarily directly from Queen Studio, because again, they don't have the market to sell in the US. So it is at your own risk. Same thing when my wife got me the cockpit, right? It is I mean, she just went by my word, and I said, no, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. But in my head, I was thinking, shit, if this goes wrong, goes wrong. Like I'm gonna keep it. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Thanks God. And let me tell you, when I got this thing, first of all, because they were taking forever, and I was waiting almost like it was waiting a long time. I think almost a year and a half. I think. I told him to send me the one without the sound effect. I said, you know what, I'm not gonna display this with a sound effect anyways, but I want the light-up feature, so I got it. So with light-up feature, some pieces were like unglued, so I glued it myself because I said, you know what, this needs to fix. But if you're spending like $1,300 for something, it has to be like really freaking good. And again, just to finish my point here, so when if we spend that kind of money, right, we're trusting, like Joel said, you're trusting the company you buy them from, right? If you buy from this guy or that guy, you're trusting, right? If something goes wrong with the figure, remember, they're not responsible technically for any defects because they're not licensed
I
to
don't know
sell.
if you listen to John in Anthony's stream. John said that if the Joker, the 1/6 scale, if the first pieces are not as the customers like or something like that, they will back and rectify it and make it better. He said this on Anthony's stream.
Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah, but what does that mean? You're gonna have a figure with no head sculpt?
That's no, but that's not a good sign because
I think it's a good sign because they will do their best. But even if their best have some small minor details that need to adjust, they will. Because they will ship by batches. The first batch will be here to China market, and photos will start to go around everywhere. You already know.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna break. I would just counter that with two things real quick. Is that what Joao was saying about where you buy from is very important, especially with Queen, because they do not have. Other than the Dune license, they do not have any worldwide licensing except Dune. So they're not technically allowed to sell anybody in the United States these figures. So then that's what we do. We go to resellers, right? So it's very important to choose where you purchase from. And I'm just saying, like, so I got mine from Spec Fiction because he's in the States and Todd's cool. And if there's a problem, Todd will fix it. He'll do that. That's just what he does. I feel like if you bought it from like Toys Wonderland or somebody and there's a problem, you're boned, right? Because it's not Hot Toys. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Hot Toys is licensed everywhere. What are they going to do? Are they going to really fix your stuff for you and take care of you? You don't know. Like, it just depends on who you're going to buy from. So you have to buy with confidence with your preferred retailer, and it's a tricky situation. And I'll just say the second thing is some things do break, and I don't think a lot of people talk about that. Now I know in the Falcon it's maybe a little bit different, right? It's Jazz Inc. It's something like that. But a lot of people don't talk about, like, with statues. I'm sure, Joel, like a lot of statues come broke. Like, some things are broken. They're huge ass pieces. They're getting shipped across the world. Something's bound to jostle in, and it depends on who you buy from. Some people are gonna be like, nah, sorry, and other people will be like, I got you, bro. We'll make it right. We'll get it fixed. There's professionals here in the States that do statue repairs, things like that. So it's just, be mindful where you make your purchases, I think, when dealing with stuff like this.
Right. But at the same time, I agree with you. You need to be smart where you buy them from, and also always, if you're gonna buy something like this, and that it's a possibility, that you're doing it at your own risk. Nobody's putting a gun in your head, saying you need to buy the Joker right now. You need to spend $1,000 right. Nobody's it. So when you said, you know what, I'm gonna pay for this, is you doing the purchase. So you need to own it, right? If something goes wrong, now if the other party, let's say, whoever you buy from, right, helps you to repair the figure to whatever, right, to give you a replacement, then that's good, right? That's good. The other party is doing the best to help you to get that fixed, right? Now, on the other hand, if you buy from certain sellers and you just get a figure that is not the one that you bought, or you get a tracking number but you never got your figure and it's been months and months and months, you may want to stay away from those companies, right? You may want to like say, you know what, is this, or get your package loss and wait like a month and a half to get your money back. And when you get your money back, you get your money back in the form of a credit to buy again for the same company. So, those are the things that you need to be mindful before you're making a purchase, And how will you know if a seller sucks? You need to buy from them.
I don't know if you pay attention.
It's unfortunate, but it's reality, right? If you don't know that the person sucks, how will you know if you never use it, right? You never try but also listen to people, because if a lot of collectors talk about these things, about the bad experiences, just take it. I mean, it's not like a wheel coordinated is like a big lie coordinating. It's happened. I mean, everything I'm telling you about figures happened in my experience, because it happened to me. Like Fabio
Same.
knows, getting packages lost, waiting forever. And I never trash any company. Never try. You never hear me in my show anywhere trashing a specific company for any wrongdoing they did to me. Because first of all, I'm the one that bought from them in the first place. So I'm the one making the mistake from the beginning. So if anything goes wrong, it's my fault too.
Well,
Because
not necessarily.
But let me finish. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but if after I open my claim and still don't get, obviously I will have to speak up publicly and make my point come across. So until the very end, I need to wait until I get my money back first to make sure I'm gonna get it. And if not, then of course, you need to talk about it so everyone knows how they do the terrible customer service. But at the same time, it's kind of like funny in this business, because if you sometimes talk about something, it's kind of like giving some underground type of promotion to these companies. So you don't want to do that either. So
not if you're talking bad experiences.
No,
you're not
of
going to
course.
tell me, yo, dude, this restaurant was freaking garbage.
No,
this meat was shit, and then I'd be like, damn, I want to go eat there now. Thanks, bro.
I want to try it.
Yeah, let me try that shit.
What he said was, he's pretty much saying, if you bought from somewhere that was crap, it's your fault. How is it your fault? You don't go try to buy, purchase anything.
It's your fault, because I knew and I bought it, so it's my fault too.
I got you.
That's what I said, because
you
I knew.
might not, but the vast majority of collectors.
I was going to say
that's my point. Like, if I knew that they were having issues, and I, despite the fact that I knew, I said, you know what, I need this thing, so that's the only way I can get it. So fuck, I'm gonna just pull the trigger. And if something goes wrong, it's my fault, because I'm pulling the trigger on that. That's what I'm saying. If you know that something is bad and you keep doing it, then it's your fault.
Right.
It's not the company's fault. Right. But if you do it and knowing that this company sucks, it's your fault too, because you knew it. You know it. That's my point. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we still in this particular situation, I feel like though we do have a responsibility as content creators, but neither of us are pushing product either. We're not saying, hey, because you're a likable guy, I'm a likable guy. I'd like to think, so if we were like,
me, man.
I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know
I
about
am
either
not,
of them.
and I don't want to be.
All right. And Joel's just
Nobody likes
he's
Joel, for
very
example.
stoic
He's happy.
and
He's always happy. You see.
But my point is, when people watch and we're like, you know what, this figure's amazing. I got it from so and so. You know what I'm saying? This is where I got it from. And then they're like, man, well, shit, Dante got it. He loves it. He got it from these guys. It was fast, whatever, blah blah blah. And then at me, as a viewer or a member of the community, take you at that, and then I buy it. And then I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Then I feel like, because as us being, content creators, but that's why we don't really push places. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then I won't blame them. I won't blame the people who listened to what we said, right? I would blame ourselves in that respect.
Right. It's kind of like saying, like, giving a Grievous a 10. When it sucked completely.
Yeah. I got it. Here, use my sideshow affiliate link. Get the Grievous. It's the best thing ever.
That's pushing it, right? But if you see something that is not right, I mean, you can see it pretty much. I can say this is perfect, but if you see the figures falling apart, then you can tell that I'm lying. So there's no way to hide that unless you edit everything, and it's like a little cuts and cuts and cuts and cuts.
Right.
Going back to the customer service issue, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but JND did ask the customers that bought the Arthur flag to send the Arthur flag back to Korea to them, so they could fix the hair. So it means the customers need to pay shipping back to Korea. So
Oh,
that
God.
J&D can fix the hair, because they were saying that some customers were not happy about the hair. So you can send back your Arthur flag to us. We will do some adjustments, fix it better, so you can have a better. What do you think about this? Would you send back a third scale statue to Korea? Wow.
Okay, so this is my thing, right? This is my thing. So it all depends on what needs to be fixed, right? Like for example, I don't know.
I think the customers weren't happy with the final result of that Arthur flag. They only made 350 pieces and they didn't sold out yet.
What? But my point is, of course, and again, let me just be clear: if you spend any kind of money, you want to have something 100% good, no broken pieces, nothing, right? You want to have like brand new, no issues whatsoever. That's obviously a fact. But sometimes you need to make some sacrifices. Like for example, when I bought a figure a few months ago, and when I got the figure, one of the little buttons fell off, for example, right? It's minor, but some people say, that's an easy fix, you just glue it together and put it back. Of course, yeah, it is an easy fix, but some people say, what, fuck it, is not glued, I want to just I want the fix. There's some people like that, believe it or not. So I think you need to kind of like, if there's something that is easy fix, like gluing something because something unglued, that's easy thing to do, right? But if something breaks, let's say a finger breaks in a statue, right? They'll look horrible, kind of like you pretty much gluing it, right? Because you can see the cracks, you know what I mean? Then, of course, you need to kind of get a replacement of either in the arm or the hand, whatever is detachable for that particular piece, right? So it is tough sometimes to make those decisions, because you're gonna say, okay, should I return this because I don't know, a sticker fell off and it's something that I can just glue it together, or something like inside that nobody can see. Those are the things that is really like difficult. And of course, once you're paying a price for something, you want it 100%. That's a fact. But if you're gonna ship it, like Joao says, to Korea, for example, I
No,
don't know,
nobody's
man.
gonna do it.
Nobody's gonna do it. You're gonna spend like a $500
You
in shipping, where you can probably buy a glue for like $10 or $5 and glue it together. Something that is really like you would not see it unless you take it off the whole. You know what I mean? Like it depends on what breaks, of course. If the Haskell breaks, if the arm breaks in half, something that
Right,
is
then you may
kind of like
be like,
that
I'm
you
gonna
can
do it.
is beyond repair for
Yeah.
you, beyond repair for you, obviously, right? Not even doubt it. But if it's something minor, like I don't know, like a nail just unglued or something like that, I mean, you fix it, man. Like
That's
companies
what's-
that fix stuff.
That's what's so
Easy fix.
important about U.S. distribution. When people ask this stuff all the time, well, why do they need U.S. distribution when we could just buy it overseas or whatever? Because you don't have that, right? Like that's one thing. We could say whatever we want with Sideshow, but we all know. Well, I mean, I don't know about Joel, I don't know, but I mean, here in the States for sure, we ever have an issue buying anything from Sideshow, done. They just take care of you, no problem.
Yeah, here we also have that.
So
Here
see, that's
for Hot
something
Toys.
that
Hot Toys is easy.
Okay, exactly. That's my point then, right? We that's very comforting as a consumer to know where you're buying from.
As
I buy
long as you
something
are
anytime.
buying through official channels. If you are buying
Correct.
for other stores, it's very difficult.
Right.
Someone was asking here if I should open a shop to sell 1/6 scale figures. I have a shop. I have a lot of figures here. The X-19 to sell, Harley Quinn to sell. All $5 free shipping.
Like, go find out.
I'll buy her for $5. I guess you sold me on her.
You know what I got
no
from
more than 5.
You know what I got from Julio?
Oh right, I sent you the Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I still have to pay him though. That's horrible.
And where
No,
is
but
the penguin?
the true story. Like we were talking, and
Where is the penguin?
oh here,
This guy. I sent him a penguin that no one has in the world. You will see. Now Fabio is getting jealous. Why you didn't send anything to me? I will send.
Oh, that's sick.
Cos Baby.
Close, baby. Yeah, I have it
Oh,
actually
Batman
right here.
Returns.
See, I didn't want to get into
Yeah.
that because I would have had them all right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, Fabio, that's exactly what I was thinking. When I saw this, I'm thinking, shit, should I get
No, they're
Batman?
cool. They're really, I like them. It's just,
cute.
man, they're addicting. You could tell you buy one, you're like, oh, I want that one too.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
it's compared to Hot Toys, it's obviously, I mean, this is Hot Toys, but compared to the 1/6 scale, it's much affordable. It's like the SS Figure Arts. I mean, I keep getting every other week, I get like figures. I don't open them. It's like in their box because I don't have space to put them. But I just want to collect them because it's just so cool to see and just put it back
Yeah.
in the boxes. Yeah, I know what to do. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna put a link in the description in the chat here. I want you guys to please, por favor, go to that link. That's the unboxing and review of Luke Skywalker Snowspeeder Pilot, and just drop a comment. Just say that you came from the chat, from the stream, and I wanna see it. Even if you already watched the video, just go there. You know,
I
watch it.
came from the stream.
I came from the stream.
I came from
Right.
the
Just did it.
channel.
I just did it.
But you need to watch at least 30 seconds so it counts the views.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
I
you're
need to
altering the
bump,
deal.
I need to bump
Oh.
the views a little bit. You know? But I want to say thank you guys, everyone, for watching. It's been fun. It's been a week. Believe it or not, I miss you so much. You know, it's something that you can like sometimes think about it. Like sometimes, I mean, my head comes in circles. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore because so much work, so much stuff. But then you realize, you know what, I kind of like doing this, you know, so why stopping? So
Exactly.
you know, and that's I mean, you guys, everyone here knows how tough it is to make a video, you know, like doing those reviews and shows, and you know, Anthony with the fancy editing, that takes freaking time. Don't think it's just, if you see a 20-minute video, don't think it just took 20 minutes to make. It probably took hours. You know, it
True.
is really, really difficult. And if you have like a day job and family and all that, it gets crazy. I mean, funny thing is, when I came on Saturday, I got like 3 boxes already to review, 4 with Joao's Jenna Jones. And the first thing I did was, you know, getting settled, taking my daughter to wherever she needed to go, and then boom, start recording. That's what you guys seeing back-to-back reviews coming. Because it's more like, you know, I want to do it and I want to show it to you guys, you know. So it is work. It is work, but it's fun. And that's what we're doing because we like this. So thank you guys in the chat. Anthony, my friend, thank you again for being here with us.
Of course, always.
What's up in the Mafia world?
Oh, just good stuff, man. I know we're running short. As you mentioned, editing, all that good stuff. If you guys haven't, come on by, drop a like, maybe subscribe if you like it. If you don't, subscribe to one of your favorite YouTubers because they will appreciate it. That's it.
Yeah, subscribe to all of my friends' channels here. Everything is in the link below. Mr. BIGBREDA, and honored for you to be here with us. Thank you.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to have me as always. And what do I have coming on my channel? I honestly don't know. I have that warlord from the Mad Max, I think the movie.
Oh, that big teeth guy? Yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
I saw the movie, but I don't remember.
Oh.
I will review that one, and my live streams from now on. The live stream will be always at Fridays, 8:30 p.m. EST. Fridays?
Okay.
Or no?
I don't think.
No,
nobody-
Saturday
no.
your time. Saturday for you.
No. It's
Friday for me.
Thursdays,
Thursdays.
8:30 p.m. EST. There will be those will be mine. 8:30 or 9. It depends when brother cousins finish his, and then I enter after.
So you're gonna have it
be
more
around
often,
there.
sir.
No, because I don't want to do the live streams at this day, because normally when you end yours, I start mine. I will not start the live stream now. It's too late.
Yeah.
But
no,
more reviews coming. Subscribe to my channel, and everyone here.
Dude, you need to record that. That needs to be your
shit.
end clip. I'll do it for you, man. I'll make it all fucking glow and badass.
And
Come on, bro.
hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we have. Let's make it to 500 likes. Just kidding. Fabio, what's going on?
100 people watching.
I
This is
know,
not
right?
KFC.
What's going on your channel, my friend?
This is
We can buy likes.
Thank you for having me as usual. What's going on my channel? I got a few boxes to open. I should be getting a few. Actually, I'll tell you right now. I just got
Why does
the
someone call me Paco?
notification that my Dark Maul is finally shipping, so he's coming soon. Thank God. I'll be on Aries tomorrow between, I want to say, maybe like 8 and 8:30. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's about it.
Tomorrow
That's
is the
about it.
market chart show, or is which show?
Whatever he decides.
Yeah. And we're gonna be with
Will
him on
TK
Saturday
FOMO
as
be
well. Huh?
What?
Will TK FOMO be there?
TT suck it only.
TT suck it.
Okay. You have to win there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 troopers, 5 troopers, 6 troopers, 7 troopers, 8 troopers, 9 troopers, 10 troopers, 11 troopers, 12 troopers.
Only the authorities will know about this.
Yeah, shout out to Aries.
Aries.
The Dark Jedi.
The Dark Jedi Master. Yeah, and dude, Obi-Wan show on Friday.
Whoa.
We're gonna have a nice topic, so stay tuned. Friday we're gonna have a live stream 8:30 p.m.
What-
Eastern. So we're
What
gonna
time
talk
is
about
for,
that.
what time is the Obi-Wan starts for you guys? It's midnight, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I will say this.
Are we streaming it live?
Well, what's
Yes.
gonna happen? My streams, you guys know, are on Saturday nights. How many are in here?
Oh.
They're kind of.
Yeah, we're gonna take over your shift. Sorry, man.
No. What I was gonna mention was, I think I'm gonna talk about the 2 episodes Saturday night.
Oh, come on. Don't do that.
Great.
Why not?
No
It's like it's celebration. Everybody's gonna be watching it. Do you want to hear about no news and hot toys on a Saturday, or do you want to talk about some Obi-Wan shit and see what's
One
going
thing
on?
for sure,
So, I may
Obi-Wan
do that.
will not die on this one, and Vader either. So nobody's gonna die.
You
Right.
don't
So
know?
we're not really gonna have any kind of spoilers, right? I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. I might do it
And-
though, because dude, that's so hype, and I gotta watch it.
before we win the stream, remember what I said yesterday. From next week, the Qui-Gon will go up in price. If you won't get one now.
My man, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. I have 2, thanks God, so I can sell the other one.
There you go.
You
Just
know
kidding.
what to do.
You know what to do. So, guys, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna have the live stream on Friday. We're gonna have a stream for members on Sunday. I did not forget about my members. I was out, so that's why I didn't do anything on Sunday. But all my members got early access to all my videos anyway. So they've been getting like for a long time. So yeah, so I'm gonna drop the review of this one tomorrow. So stay tuned for that for Indiana Jones.
You are
really
going
good,
to kill my views.
really good figure. Actually, you're gonna help me on that one. And yeah, so thank you guys everyone for watching. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.
In the next video.